Like all little boys, Joshua has a body. And this body has many nice and useful parts. A head for thinking, eyes for seeing, ears for hearing, a mouth to talk and eat with, hands for playing, a penis for making wee-wee, legs for walking and running, and a bottom for sitting. And a little hole for making poo-poo.
Yeah.
Ever since Joshua was born, he's been making wee-wee and poo-poo into his diaper. And we, his mommy and daddy, have been changing him.
Who buys this crap?
What is this?
It's like something you play for your kid, you know, and it's like always like...
What are you trying to teach them? Their body parts or something?
Yeah.
Joshua, how's your poo-poo hole? Believe it or not, I'm interested in your poo-poo hole.
He was doing it when he was 2 days old. He was doing it when he was 2 months old. And here, you can still see him doing it.
Yes.
And me, his mommy.
Do it, Joshua.
I take away his diaper with wee-wee and poo-poo, and I leave him with a nice, clean diaper. Until one day, Joshua's grandmother bought him a big present. Joshua opened the box.
Yes, open it.
Something new and exciting inside. It was a potty.
Wow.
Wow, is that exciting?
Sitting on and making wee-wee and poo-poo into.
Poo-poo.
Instead,
Wee-wee and poo-poo.
Believe it or not, I bought you a potty seat.
Believe it or not, another word for potty is my mouth.
You know what? We should have used those names as our air names. Wee-wee and poo-poo.
of a diaper. How wonderful. Joshua was very happy.
Yeah.
Sat on his new potty and sat and sat
Oh, sit.
and sat.
Why don't you sit here, young man?
Yes, I've got another place for you to sit with your poo-poo hole.
Then sat.
Now touch yourself.
Nothing came out.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Nor poo-poo.
What's wrong with you?
Later
What's wrong with you, you moron?
on, made wee-wee and poo-poo, but not exactly into the potty.
There, you idiot.
Stupid, you moron.
He kept making wee-wee and poo-poo into his diaper, and I kept changing him. There you go. Until one day, when Joshua had a feeling that poo-poo was ready to come out, he ran to his potty and sat down on it.
Oh, it's time for you to make poo-poo.
Down on your potty.
My pee-pee hole wants to say hi to your poo-poo hole.
And when he got up and looked,
Oh, hi, poo-poo hole.
he saw
Duty.
all of his wee-wee and poo-poo.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm going to be sick.
Reason to celebrate.
Oh, let's jump for joy.
Inside it. Joshua was very happy and proud and came to show us his full potty. And we were also very happy and
Hey, look at my full potty. You idiot. I don't want to see that.
proud of Joshua.
Did you get a round of
We
applause?
carried the potty to the bathroom and emptied it into the toilet.
Cool.
Bye, wee-wee. Bye.
Let's go into the real bathroom now.
What are you throwing it away for? I just made that.
Yes, let's go to the real bathroom, which is on a cruise.
Bye, poo-poo. Now, whenever Joshua has the feeling that poo-poo is ready to come out, he tells us that he has to go. And he runs to his potty and sits down on it.
Isn't he perfect?
Joshua remembers that it takes time for poo-poo to come out.
What,
Just
does
like
Joshua
it
take
takes
the
time to learn
magazines
to
with him?
use a potty.
Yeah, now he takes Playboy in there with him. Matt, you're on the air. Matt, what's up?
Hey, I'm listening to YSP, and they're cutting out like half of what you guys are saying.
Oh, here we go. That's a show that airs for 2-year-olds. Now we can't play that?
We can't do wee-wee and poo-poo?
Right when you started asking what the hell this was and who buys it, like, I couldn't even understand what you said.
On. This is aired on public television for little children.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Oh,
I heard,
my
like,
God.
every 5 words, and then I got nothing.
All right, come in, Dead Air Dave, and tell me what it is you bleeped. I got to hear this. I got to know. Let me hear what you think that we can't handle, or what are you doing?
I actually thought we were safe because we were using it.
Yeah. Wee-wee and poo-poo.
Pee-pee.
Yes.
Shit, because every time you guys came back on, I was...
Were you hitting the button on that, brother?
Hear Artie.
What did you say? Were you hitting it?
No.
Dead Air Dave didn't hit it. I didn't think he did.
Was it...
You know, I see lists sometimes of what other people hit the button on. It's ridiculous.
YSP has their own censors?
They have a button?
Yeah.
Why do they need a censor if you're in charge? I don't understand. When did this start happening? What is... I gotta... Listen, I want out of the radio show. I want to leave. I'm going to talk to Mel today. Maybe I can get out of it. I don't understand. I didn't know there's a censor in every market.
There is. And they told me you knew that.
No, I never understood that.
Because I'll bet the forum that the...
I heard in Washington, D.C. there is one because that's where the FCC guys live, and everyone's so goddamn afraid of these
So you can't hear the show at all, probably, in Washington.
Yeah, in Washington, you probably don't hear anything. But why is it... Who's the guy in Philly? Get the guy from Philly on phone. I want to hear what he's bleeping. It's a tape for 2-year-olds.
You said this aired on PBS.
There's a lot of times the YSP's bleeping stuff that they don't on K-Rock, because I can... where I'm at, I'm between them both, and there's a lot of things on YSP that don't come through that does come through on K.
But a tape that's made for 2-year-olds about potty training. Holy cow. I just want out.
Well, it sounds funny.
It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous. Goddamn ridiculous. Whatever that is.
What a pain in my poo-poo hole.
Getting to be goddamn dick.
I want to know the exact thing they bleeped. Yeah, we bleeped it because they were talking about potty and pee-pee hole and poo-poo hole. Thank you, Dead Air. I hate this whole thing. What's going on with the censorship stuff?
And everybody just tightened up after Janet Jackson.
Yeah. And Bubba the Love Sponge. And then dumbass Don and Mike just getting on the air and saying the S word.
They really did that?
Twice, yeah. I mean,
and are they still on?
Yeah, they were suspended for 2 weeks, but it's like... It's getting to be goddamn ridiculous.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Now you don't know what to say because
because every time somebody gets fined, I get dragged into it.
It's getting to be
it affects our show.
Right. We're the ones that get clamped down.
Those bleeps can ruin like a full 10 minutes because you reference something that might have been said in that time.
Right.
And it's really awful.
And by the way, the guys hitting the button in these markets are like college kids who are like almost volunteers, and they give them a little money to sit there and work the button. I don't know who's even, I don't even know who's making these decisions.
They're not qualified.
I'm in here trying to do a radio show, and I got some college kid. I mean, Dead Air Dave was a part-time weekend disc jockey. Who the hell is he?
If he says the bleeps are ridiculous, you know it's got to be out of control.
It's out of control. And who the hell knows who? I didn't know there's a guy at YSP doing this. What do I need that for? Well, then why do I have Dead Air Dave? Dave has no legal training. And I can guarantee you the guy at YSP has less.
The guy below Dave, has got to really have hardly a high school education.
Oh.
Dave's a good guy. He's a fan of yours. He's reluctantly doing it.
Oh, please. Hitler was a good guy, too.
Well, all those guys who worked for Hitler.
Rudolph.
Yeah. Yeah, Hitler loved dogs. Dogs were big fans of Hitler.
I'm following orders.
I'm following orders.
That was my job.
Get the guy on the phone from Philadelphia. See, I get crazy from this, man. It makes me nuts. It ruins my day. I told you that broad wouldn't show up, Fred.
She's not here at all.
No, I know my broad.
That sucks.
You know your horse.
I know my horse. Yeah.
I know my who is.
Yeah. All right. So what do you want to hear now?
Well, I want to hear Kathy Lee.
You don't want to hear the rest of Anna Nicole?
Oh, Anna Nicole had more to say?
Yeah, let's go to Kathy Lee. You're right.
I don't know if I can wait for more of those pauses of Anna Nicole.
Wait, here's the Onion with a breaking story. Let me just go check out what's going on with this board op. I want to... Hold on a second.
It's the Onion Radio News. A local toddler already shows signs of becoming ugly like his parents. This is Doyle Redland reporting. 2-year-old Jack Piggott is already beginning to resemble the incredibly unattractive parents who begat him. Though the otherwise bright and sweet-tempered toddler is in excellent physical health, young Jack Jr. displays the disturbingly high forehead, puffy eyes, and pallid complexion of his father, in addition to the convex, unnaturally long horse face of his mother. Family friend Carol Holloway recently visited the Piggott home.
When I said there's no mistaking who little Jackie's parents are, I hope they didn't take it the wrong way.
Child development experts say Jack can look forward to a long childhood of averted eyes and similarly unattractive playmates. Doyle Redland for the Onion Radio News.
Yeah, that happens.
You see that?
Oh, yeah. Like the cutest little kids, they start to get older, and then you realize
parents.
They're going to be ostracized by all the other kids. Oof. Like me, I was like really cute up until I was like 5. I had a couple of good years. And then puberty hit me at 13, and it was nasty.
Will you stop it?
Oh, my God. I started to grow, and my nose got big, and my head got thin. My teeth were bad. I had nice hair and nice skin. That was it. Everything else was bad. It's a big train wreck. Hey, before I played the tape of Kathy Lee on Larry King, and I haven't even heard the tape, but it's got to be good, right?
Oh, yeah. It's Kathy Lee. She always delivers.
I got this tape of Diane Keaton. I didn't know how whacked out of her skull she was.
She is crazy.
Do you know that?
Well, I've been seeing her on interviews these days, and she doesn't even seem to understand normal, like regular questions.
Well, there you go. You hit it right. She's at a press conference, I guess, in Europe or something, and some French person's asking her a question. She starts to answer, and it's like a real nice question. It's like, what are you proud of? Mm-hmm. Like all of a sudden, she starts to break down, and then Jack Nicholson has to step in and go, listen, she's not wound too tight. And, I mean, it's really odd. I mean, Diane Keaton's really ill.
Yeah.
You got to hear this exchange. You're going to love it. Listen to this.
I'm Christine Loranger, Le Devoir Canada. My question is for all actors.
Hang in with this.
All right.
What was most difficult for you in shooting this film? What scenes were most difficult for you?
Nice question. What scenes were most difficult for you? So Diane Keaton.
Simple, right?
Yeah.
And what are you most proud of when you look back at the film? What scenes really make you proud of yourself?
I had a couple favorite things. I got to tell you right now.
Okay.
I loved, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I loved taking this guy's face in my hands and just doing what I wanted to do with it because he's so there. And the thing is that, a lot of actors aren't. Like, you can't just do that to anybody. They don't like it. I remember once one actor slugged me. When I swear to God, I did something and they just don't do that, But he's up for the game and he's up to be surprised. And I also loved the scene with Amanda on the stairs, because oh, shut up, man. But it was sweet because it's about being a mother and a daughter. And, look, I love my mother. And I love my mother so much. So it meant a lot to me. So the whole thing meant a lot to me. And I'm so tired that I just think I'm going to go insane.
This is the way she is. You think she's funny, and the next minute, look at this. You think it's real, too. You want to go home now, honey? You want to go home, sweetie? Hey.
This is hard, you know, you guys, it's hard, you know, I've never been with a bunch of people like this. It's weird. You know, you ask weird questions, and I don't know how to answer them, and it's just weird, you know. It's just so odd. And the thing is, there's so many of you, you know, and there's so few of us. I feel like we're not represented by the crew and all the other people who worked on the Midget. We'd have about 200 people here if all of them were here, and they worked really hard on this movie, you know, whether it's a commercial movie or not. I mean, you know. Oh, dear, I'm going nuts.
You're going nuts.
Yeah.
You don't have to go.
Thank you.
So charming.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw her the other day on the red carpet, and somebody just said to her, "Isn't this a great movie to affirm that women can be when they're older?" And she looked around at everybody who was around her, and she was like, "Is that right? Yeah, yeah. Yes, the answer's yes."
Yeah, I didn't know she was crazy. She's crazy.
Yeah.
She's crazy. And she started, I think they started laughing. They thought she was, like, putting them on.
No, but she's having a breakdown.
Jack Nicholson's pretty good with her, huh? He handles her.
He should stay with her all the time.
Yeah.
He seems to know what to do.
He's like, okay, honey, this is real, okay.
You want to go home?
You want to go home? You're tired?
This is what happened.
There's so many of you and so few of us. Like, what are you insane? For all people.
And your question.
And you're asking strange questions.
What made you proud in the movie? What's so strange? You want to have strange questions? Come in here. What's up, Bubba?
So I just spoke to the guy in Philly.
Yeah.
He won't come on the air with us.
No, of course not.
Now, is this
coward?
This is a really weird thing. It's not the board op. There's a board op. This is a guy, I guess, who does the live cut-ins during our show, and he's been doing this for 9 years.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
But it's been being done for longer. He's just been doing it for 9 years.
Who, poo-poo head?
Or whatever. He said that the caller that called is overreacting, that he bleeped out 2 things that Artie said.
What did Artie say? My pee-pee wants to meet your poo-poo?
Something like that.
What are you talking
about? And I said to him, I said, wait a minute, how do you decide...
Why did he do it?
When you get an edited version, in other words, Dave's already doing this thing. Yeah. So how do you make that determination that there's more to be done? He's like, listen, I'm under a lot of pressure, and
oh my God!
Down is here. So.
Oh man, this is what's happening. You got Mike Tom writing memos. These young guys are trying to figure out what they're supposed to be doing. Nobody knows what anyone's doing, and they're ruining my show.
Oh, absolutely.
And no one in this company gives a rat's ass. No one. They just want the money machine to keep on continuing on. This is insanity. One censor I'll answer to. But with 2, I protest. I protest.
With 2, I'm under protest.
I am. I'm under... I mean, what, every market has some genius sitting there? What is the guy's qualifications? What does he do?
He's been our board op. No, not our board op. He's the guy that talks when we go to commercial. He's been doing that for 9 years.
Well, he talks to who?
He does the traffic.
Probably like traffic and weather.
He does the traffic and what? That's his job, and he's busy hitting a button on poo-poo hole? Get the...
I asked him if he was a lawyer, and he said he was.
Until he's gone, I'm not coming in anymore. Tomorrow, I'm not doing the show, and I'm indefinitely not doing the show until someone addresses this guy and getting him off the button. Dave is enough. I'm sorry. I understand the company has policy, but I got to have a policy at some point. Some point, I got to take a stand. I'm done. I'm officially retired, unless you remove the guy.
See, but what I don't understand is...
Let him talk and do the weather. He's a weatherman. He's not even a weatherman. How retarded is this system?
1 you tolerate under protest.
1 I'll tolerate under protest.
I take direction from 2 under protest.
No.
But I don't...
1.
It was a funny bit.
No 2.
What is it, Bill?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
That was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know, but in Philly they didn't hear it.
We heard it in Boston, man.
I know, because some guy in Philly decided it was not good.
Right, like who knows what markets heard what?
I can't take it anymore. I want out. It's enough.
Don't leave. You're going to keep this stuff up, man.
I want out, though. You don't understand what this does to me. I can't take it anymore. No one's listening to me.
Oh, my God, it was hysterical. Artie was killing me. He was killing me.
How am I going to get this to stop?
I don't know. I didn't realize that there were censors all down the line.
I knew there was one in D.C. because supposedly the FCC is there.
But what is Philly's problem?
I don't know. I mean, come on, guys. I'm working my ass off here. I'm the one creating stuff, and you're hitting a button, and you're listening to some dude who reads the weather in the breaks? You gotta effing be kidding me. Man, oh man, I can't deal with this. I don't understand how I'm supposed to deal with this. The only thing they understand is if I walk out. They force me to do it. God. But if I had some integrity, I'd walk out instead of looking at that paycheck.
I know. You're going to be here tomorrow.
I know.
You're saying
I know. I want to walk out, though.
You know you'll be
Well, why don't you
tomorrow.
walk out, then?
I'd walk right with you.
No, I mean, you walk out. I'll show up for work.
Oh, I got to give up my paycheck?
Yeah. Hey, get some balls on you.
Don't be a poo-poo head.
Oh, man, I don't want to make a joke out of this.
Nah.
Jesus. What is a gong? You mind telling me what the...
He's right.
Now you understand.
I do.
Can I see Mrs. Rogers for a minute, please?
Mrs. Rogers, you're in for it.
Mrs. Rogers.
I would love to have heard what Mrs. Rogers heard.
Yeah, man, Mrs. Rogers, her hair was singed.
She could find a tape of me going mental the other day. It would have been so great. I can't find it. Don. A gong from outside. Oh. Guess they took it away.
I have an old one.
Go ahead. When it comes to buying a new vehicle, it is important that you consider service. Even just a simple routine oil change. Is your dealership the best it can be? What the You know, this is the worst intro to a commercial I might have ever read. I mean, it's just, you could say this 100 different ways, all of them better. This important fact should give you a feeling of comfort if you have already purchased from Doyle, and if you haven't, oh, this is just abominable. This is just awful. This important fact should give you a feeling of comfort if you have already purchased from Doyle. Who talks like this if you have already purchased? And you bought a car, but a piece of holy cow, do they write like Chinamen? If you have already purchased, I sound like a retard when I read these. Oh, man. You know what it is, man? 5 hours on the air talking and then this on top of it. How many more you got there?
3. Go ahead.
Ooh, it's just bloody murder. When all is said and done, isn't the time you'll have at Nantucket Sound just a little more precious? After all, how often does your little girl look... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Tell them to just make up an ending. I can't read this shit. They gotta be kidding me.
On this, there's...
I mean, they just gotta be kidding me. Oh, I just hate this. Hey, is this I shouldn't be doing these hokey spots. You know what? Why don't you ask them to rewrite this and tell them we don't even know what they're talking about and I sound like an idiot? I mean, really. I mean, what are they talking about there? We tell them complete sentences and to clarify. It's just a dumb commercial. I mean, they could say, you know, maybe you want a pizza and you'll have some left over around breakfast time. Wouldn't that be nice instead of going through it? Yeah, I mean, English. English. People don't know what they're talking about. They just don't know. A savvy personal introduction service for the hip, the hot, and the hot. I can't read this. I refuse to say this. This sounds like a gay bathhouse commercial. Copy, boy. We hit the bottom of the barrel in some of these markets. Gary, the retard thing, so I can disrobe. What is that? I mean, it's so 100.
I have no idea what's.
We'll do Gary next. Oh, we'll do Gary. Is that what you want to do? Well, it's just it's so hot in here. I want to be able to undress so I don't have. Hey, Scott. Yes. Here's what we're going to do. Does 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 say he actually knows the solution to this heat problem?
Yes. Well, he had a guy up here, and the guy came up with a plan on how.
So who's now balking at doing this plan? The radio station?
No, I guess it would be the radio station's putting it on the TV people and TV wise.
All right, Gary, write me a note tomorrow when I go to see Mel. I got to have a solution to this. Or else I got to take a few weeks off so I can go recover from heat stroke. Yeah, this is bullshit. You can't do a show when you're falling asleep from the heat. So the desert in here. It wasn't all the way down. But yeah, you know, you just keep talking about it. These sucking who are making billions of dollars off you don't. Mother. That's a good tape. Good. Show it to these. Take it off that camera and show it to them. A little history of tantrums.
Wow.
Very
I
nice.
hadn't heard that one before.
Very nice, right?
A couple of them were really good. What was the hip, the hop? That was great.
I'm going to hang myself. So stop in and ask Perry to open a store in Manhattan, New York City. What? Stop in and ask Perry to open a store in Manhattan. Who gives a f***? You God, this head. Holy mackerel, you Perry bastard. I don't even believe this commercial. I'm not saying this. Holy go into Periwinkle's and say I need a store in Manhattan. Like, something to go do that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Holy Holy who the writes this? Gotta be insane. You know what? They must think mentally ill people listen to the show. All right. Stop it and ask Perry to open a store in Manhattan. Okay. Somebody cares. Dumb comment. They wrote it down, no less.
I love how you just can't believe that one.
That is funny if you imagine that. Hey, Perry, could you open a store in Manhattan?
Excuse me, Perry, would you open a store in Manhattan?
I had some free time. I wanted to ask you something.
Come in and just say that.
Hey, Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, I really despise censorship. I despise that the Department of Justice has spent $8,000 to put drapes over a bare-breasted statue in the Department of Justice.
Well, it's an insane country that thinks that the problem, all of our problems stem from people seeing breasts of Janet Jackson and
Or
hearing
saying certain silly words.
poo-poo and pee-pee hole, and I mean,
literally put drapes on the statue.
Well, it's as absurd as bleeping a discussion of a 2-year-old tape. For
You know what I like, though? The way the British get around it, in some of the British comedies, for the F word, they say feck. For the S word, they say sh. It's all over television.
Yeah, well, I mean, and by the way, what's the difference? Those words are in every household in America.
It's just like the Onion talking about friggin'.
Well, I like when
George Bush is such a great man, and he's so, he's so moral. Grew up, he was doing drugs, he was drinking, he was cursing. I mean, and he turned out fine. He's president of the United States. What's his problem? He's got an
he's a liar.
He's got an FCC that's going crazy. I mean, what is he doing? What's he busy with? It's a war going on.
I'd like to correct one thing you were talking about earlier with his draft record. Robin, you kind of hit it there a little bit. It's not that he got into the Guard to get out of Vietnam. It's that he was AWOL from the Guard for 8 months. That's
lots of guys were AWOL from the Guard.
They didn't even show up.
I know. Richard Cohn wrote a column today. He said, listen, the president's got to be honest. Kerry's going to hammer away at him and say, you were in the National Guard. You got in because you're the son, at the time, of a congressman. You had privileged situation. The president can't keep pretending that he served his country during the Vietnam War.
He's just like everybody else.
He's not. He got a great break, and nobody is taking umbrage with him that he avoided the draft. But be honest, you avoided the draft. Anybody who got into the National Guard in that era was a son of a fortunate man.
But he avoided the Guard.
Fortunate son, rather. And
nobody was really there were a lot of people who didn't actually serve in the Guard even. They just
that's the point.
A lot of people. Richard Cohn said he was in the Guard. He used to skip all his Guard meetings and still get paid. Everybody did it because there was no point to go into it. Right. You could travel and legally get out of the appointment.
And everybody got an honorable discharge.
So I'm saying if George W. wants to have a go at this election, Kerry's going to nail him if he keeps sticking to his guns about how he wasn't fortunate and how he sort of got out of serving. Anybody who got to serve in the Guard during Vietnam, I was alive then. I mean, I remember what was going on.
Cakewalk,
yeah. You were given a free pass. You got to, George says, I supported the Vietnam War. Well, you supported it, but you hid behind the guys who actually went and fought. And that's the bottom line.
He says, I would have gone if they had called.
And by the way, it's a silly issue. Just be honest about it. Say, yes, of course I took it. It was a crazy war. People were getting killed. And I didn't want to die.
Your dad said, get your ass in the National Guard.
But you got to be honest, or else he's going to end up in an endless debate about this, and people are going to tag him with it.
Can I bring up something really scary, and I'll make it real short? The Feds, Drake University was just subpoenaed to turn over the names of 4 activists who attended November 15th forum, an anti-war protest. Now they're subpoenaing the university to turn over all activities at Drake University in Iowa of a protest group, legitimate protest, and there's been a gag order put on the university. They can't even talk about it. And this is
I don't know anything about it. Call 60 Minutes. Eric, you're on the air.
Good morning, Howard. That was a great E-show last night.
Nikki's earring, huh?
Nikki's earring looked so great.
I know. That was a triple tissue moment.
Oh, my God. I must have pleasured myself like 5 times.
What is it about some girls? Some girls just have that thing.
That girl just has it. It's the body. You can tell she's fun.
Robin, you don't think she looked good?
I mean, she looked fine to me, but I don't know.
You're saying what's the it factor? She's fun.
There could have been any girl sitting there, but what are you doing?
Honestly, hey, the guy's flushing. Honestly, the guy is right. She's got the X factor. She got that appeal that you want to make a deposit. That ass and the boobs and the belly and the thin legs. It's the whole thing. It's the whole
Howard, you know what? She's into you.
Yeah.
You could totally tell.
Yeah, maybe I could get her. Huh?
Well, if she says you turned her down. That's what I heard when she was sitting there.
Yeah.
She that she would actually, she could fall in love with Stuttering John.
Well, that ruins everything.
That's just unbelievable.
Yeah, when a chick says that, that's the end.
But what did she mean when she said, Howard doesn't want me?
I don't know what she meant.
I think John must have, hypnotized her in that jungle.
No, I've hung out with Nikki. And we have an understanding.
An understanding?
That's right.
What's that mean?
I understand that.
I don't understand.
If my girlfriend ever dumps me, I'm calling her.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You got a little safety net.
She's my go-to.
You know what would be really good? You get Beth and Nikki at the same exact time.
I'm trying to work it out. Beth doesn't want to hear about
I
it.
think that's a little too much.
That ain't gonna happen. You know, it's
too much.
I don't even think I can
Your
handle
head
that.
would explode.
Yeah. All right, I got to take a break. Let's do some news for everybody when we get back. And I don't know if we're going to get to Kathy Lee today, to be honest.
Oh, dear.
If
You need to take time with Kathy Lee, I think.
Yeah, and if they hadn't hit the button on me, I would have been well into Kathy Lee by now. Yeah. Like everybody suffers.
Well, you didn't see the before and after. I had been up there before. He's done a lot of work.
Yeah, some stuff pissed me off. Like there's only one thing that pissed me off. When I was in Baba Booey's house, he showed me the desk where he has his computer and his wife has her computer. And I'm like, the son of a bitch doesn't get his own little private office space. The wife's got to put her computer where his computer is. It's like...
I don't have enough room for two.
You do. I saw a room where you could have a little office. You have no privacy. You have no privacy, dude. It's like, you can't even be on your computer without your kids looking over your shoulder.
They don't even look, though. But sometimes
now they don't.
Right. In the way
you can't even look at porn on your computer unless everyone's out of that house. I'm a guy, so when I go through someone's house, I size up. Where do you go to pleasure yourself?
You look for his room.
I look for like a place where you can go, and he's got no place.
True.
You probably can't even watch TV by yourself.
I haven't. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't bother you. That would make me mad.
But
you'd know it right away.
Yeah, that'd make me insane.
You're right about the computer thing, because there's people that send porn like you don't even want it. There's a guy I know. He's one of our clients. I'm on his list. He's good for 5 pieces of porn a day on the internet. I'll show it to you. Right. And some of it is you don't even have to open it. You know what I mean?
It's right there.
It's like it's right there. And sometimes like the kids will be there, and there's a woman on all fours and all sorts of stuff going on.
Oh dear. That means you're supposed to have your own room.
Yeah, the internet was made for you to be alone. But you know what you got to do, dude? You got to get into some. You got to talk to Jeff Schick. Wireless technology. You get a laptop.
That you can take somewhere else?
I switched over in my apartment. My laptop now. I didn't want a stationary computer because I'll be on there, and if my kids are over, they can all watch what I'm doing.
Yeah, because you also have the open office situation going on.
But the laptop allows me to... I carry it anywhere in the apartment. I don't have to be wired to anything. And I can get on the internet and look at porn and do anything I want. And no one can see what I'm doing. They think I'm working.
Hey, I can look at all the porn I want between 9 and 9:30 at night.
Yeah, but your wife will even come in on you then.
You know what? First of all, my wife doesn't even care.
Oh, bull.
She could care less if I was looking at porn.
You know what? If you were looking at as much porn as you want to, she'd care. You just don't because you can't. You have a backyard. I built an underground porn bunker.
Yeah, he needs a tunnel to his porn bunker, not the beach.
But I was sizing that up, and I was like, man, Baba Booey doesn't get his own desk. He's got to share the desk with his wife, and her computer's centered, and it's like nicely centered into the...
That's all built in? I didn't take a look, but if you watch those home and garden channels, everybody's house has an office, and there's the his and her computer with the 2 desk situation. It's like you're not supposed to even have a moment.
You don't even have your life.
Okay, what is that? So you
need a porn shed. So, I don't know, man. That was weird.
Anything else you noticed while you're up there?
No, it was not. I mean, I had a nice time. It was, I always think it's weird when we get together and then, like, I learn stuff about Fred. And
what'd you learn about Fred?
Well, it just makes me realize that Fred doesn't ever tell us anything about his life. Like,
he doesn't.
If he wasn't married, we'd never know anything.
Well, what'd you learn?
I learned his dog died, which was sad.
Oh, yeah.
He never told us.
I mean, he never told me.
It's one of those things that, it doesn't really... It's not a pleasant thing to talk about.
No, I know, but you could say,
what I did on Friday. I killed my dog.
But you knew when my cat was put to sleep.
Yeah, well, you revel in that kind of thing.
I revel.
And you find out, like, Fred took his entire house and leveled it, and you didn't even know.
Well,
like
I did know that.
I didn't know that.
See, I knew that.
How did you know that, Artie?
Well, me and Fred speak back here in between,
In the bunker?
Yeah, in the bunker.
Well, maybe you don't talk to Fred.
It's just weird, you know. Like his wife's a human being, so you get to talk to her and hear what she's saying. But
maybe you just can't, because I did know that Fred had leveled the house.
yeah. I don't really feel comfortable talking to Fred, to be honest with you. It also points up when I get together with the whole radio group. I'm really not comfortable talking to anybody.
You look uncomfortable.
No, I was comfortable after a few drinks, but...
did you get drunk and leave, or did you just leave?
No.
I was tired. I was exhausted. Dude, first of all, I'm not going to tell you how to plan a party. But, I mean, first of all, we drove up to your house.
Right.
Then you get to the house, and like for a long time you're standing around, and finally you get to the restaurant. And then when you get to the restaurant, it's forever to order. By the time we're eating, I'm starving. That's why you're fat, because you're so busy drinking and preparing for the meal. I just want to eat the meal. And then, like, you know how everyone at the end was kind of like, gee, should we order dessert? You should have just had dessert out there already. You go, hey, bring a bunch of desserts. In other words, it was 11 o'clock already. I want to eat. I mean, if you're going to have dessert, I'm falling asleep. I just drank a bottle of wine.
And you know what? And then if I would have put dessert out, you would have gone, what are you, stupid? I don't eat chocolate.
No. Dude. Everyone wanted dessert. It's just that everyone was exhausted.
And then you got up and left abruptly.
Abruptly? I was there 4 hours. Where's dessert?
We stayed another half an hour without you.
You're great. I'm exhausted. I'm tired by 11 o'clock, man.
Oh, dear.
I got an hour ride back to the city.
He tried to do a nice thing. Now you're screaming at him.
No. There's a couple of things I would have done differently. But remember, you like Mr. X wanted dessert, but it was like everyone was like, oh, we got to order now and wait 10 minutes.
That's what you do at a restaurant.
But, dude, they're very slow there.
They were letting us sort of grade.
Yeah. You know what? I read the Torah while I was waiting for my main course after my appetizer.
The one thing you can say, though, is I don't know. That was a never-ending bottle of wine.
No, that was about 5 bottles of wine.
I know. It never stopped.
I know. Hey, Baba Booey, and then Baba Booey paying for the whole bill, man. It was a beautiful night. Don't get me wrong.
I was just trying to do a nice thing.
Yeah, well, what you do is you say the guy moved the meal along.
But that's just how it goes.
By the time we get there, we sit down.
Also, 10 people. It's hard to move a meal along with 10 people.
No, it isn't. You say to the guy, come on, where's the food? Bring out the menus, let's go. And by the way, at the end of the night, bring out the following desserts. Have a little medley. Medley. Put in the middle of the table. Everyone will pick.
Well, when we sat down, there was, gabagool and cheese. And bread. I mean, there was, there's something to pick on.
I don't know. Then the guy comes over finally 11 o'clock at night, and he's like, well, do you want dessert? And everyone's looking at each other. And I know what everyone was thinking. Like, well, if we want a dessert now, we'll get out of here about 2 o'clock in the morning.
The restaurant was empty when we left.
I know.
I mean, I don't know.
Bring over some desserts. Let's go.
We emptied the place.
Beth would have eaten dessert.
I would have
had a little bit.
I saw you put your fork into a non-existent piece of dessert. I didn't understand that's what you were going for.
I'm like, well,
I want dessert now, and then you put your fork down the middle of an empty table.
No, I did that at the beginning of the meal. If there was an hour, we hadn't ordered yet.
I didn't think I wanted dessert till I stopped at a McDonald's on 95 for a McFlurry.
Artie, did you stop at that McDonald's?
I swear to God, I did.
Did you really?
I didn't. That was a show.
It could have happened.
I got home, I had a devil's dog.
Oh, I was like... Is that your favorite restaurant, really?
I'd say it's one of my favorite restaurants.
Why
did you not like it?
No, it's fine.
I thought the food was excellent. It was good.
Very good. Very good.
It was.
Everybody loved the food.
Excellent.
You might want to try getting into the city to some of the restaurants.
I do go into the city.
You do? Yeah.
Oh, listen to you,
please,
Mr. Sophisticated.
If it's not
I'm not Mr. Sophisticated. I had a good time.
If it's not Manhattan, it can't be a good restaurant? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I'll tell you what, the Huntington Townhouse is less crowded. I mean, how many people do you have to parade through? I mean, boy, that place is busy. I mean, that's a big, almost like a wedding hall, that place.
No, it's not like a wedding hall.
Hey.
Well, you could have one there.
You could have a wedding there.
It's not that big. A wedding hall would insinuate that it's like
I've never seen so many...
I mean, my God.
It was like we went through a maze to get to
We'll put you in the bat cave.
It'd be easier to actually go to Italy.
It was like a parade. We were a tour.
Oh, you guys.
Follow the blue line on the carpet.
The only thing we didn't have was a marching band to get us.
out just...
It was fun, though. We had a good time. We had a good time in the restaurant, and the host was very gracious and hostess. It was great. No, it was really great.
It was fun.
I had a great time.
It started out with just like, hey, Howard, you want to cook the dinner? Then once you were coming, I invited other people, but it didn't start out.
I loved it. And the top of the evening was I got to, the waiter escorted me over to, what's that director's name?
Barry Levinson.
Barry Levinson's
Oh, he
table.
really did that.
Yeah, I just wanted to leave.
I thought maybe you had gotten out of there. I didn't know you had to make that trip.
Barry Levinson, the guy who cut off all his hair, not Samson, the other guy.
Michael Bolton.
And Michael Bolton was there with Laurie Singer from Footloose.
Footloose, right.
And a bunch of other people were at a table.
They were all at the same table?
And the waiter goes, I want to bring you by Mr. Levinson and Mr. whatever the guy's name, Bolton's table. And I'm like, I don't really want to do it, but I know this is Baba Booey's place. And
yeah, but that had nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I don't. If Barry Levinson wants to see me, tell him to come by my table.
I think
why do I have to walk over to his table?
Artie and I saw Barry Levinson outside, and he was just talking about how he was appalled at what's going on with you and the FCC.
Yeah, well, tell him to write a letter. Make a movie about it. I mean, you know, use your mad skills to, come over to the table and say it. He's waiting
right,
for me.
you got to go over there to get his support?
I love that move. I mean, no offense, I'm a little bigger than Michael Bolton. He should be coming to my table, okay?
You shouldn't be visiting him.
If I have to go visit Michael Bolton.
Well, what room were they in?
Poor Laurie Singer looked like she was trapped at the table. Like she couldn't find a way out.
Kidnapped her.
She was looking at me with these eyes, and I know, you want to get out, too.
You're being held hostage.
I'm so
I wish
sorry.
I could get you out of here. I'm getting myself out.
I am so sorry.
He gets a lot of ass, that Michael Bolton.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean he's getting Laurie Singer? Are you implying?
I mean, I would assume,
like
unless she's, you know.
I've been to that restaurant probably 10 times, and he's been there like 8 of them. And he's always with a good-looking woman. Like, one time I saw him there with Nicolette Sheridan.
Oh, Nicolette Sheridan.
He seems to be very good with chicks from the 80s.
Yeah, he gets a lot of 80s chicks.
Yeah, he likes that era. He's sticking with it.
That's right.
I'll tell you, Nicolette
So what
Sheridan.
happened at the table?
So I went over. I was pretty drunk, so I was just like, hey, how is it? Because like, now all of a sudden you're performing for the table. And they're all sitting there, like not saying anything.
Uh-huh.
And, it's kind of like really, what am I doing there? I'm there to make their night or something? I mean, I don't know these people. I know Michael Bolton once did the show. He's a nice guy.
And Barry Levinson recruited Belzer from the show, but that's all we know.
Yeah, and I mean, they weren't really going out of their way to make conversation, so I went, hey, how you doing? You're like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
So it was really comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be marched in front of someone's table. I mean, I don't want to disrupt their dinner, and I want to go, hey, we're all famous.
Well, that's what I mean. It is weird that a restaurant person thinks you want to meet them just because you're both famous.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only reason.
But
it's
what
weird.
part were they in? Were they down there where we were? Oh,
at any point, Michael Bolton could have gotten off his ass. The guy doesn't do anything all day. Could have walked over to our table and said hello.
All right.
And I mean, it's like I'm being brought over. I guess I'm part of I'm the court jester.
You're the entertainment?
I'm the entertainment for the night.
Over here, bozo. We're going to bring you to the king.
Yeah.
But what do you say to a guy? Me and Gary were walking outside to have a cigarette, and we run into Barry Levinson.
You go, hey, I admire your work. Or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of that guy's work. But
by the way, what movies? I was trying to tell Beth what movies he made.
Diner.
Avalon, Tin Men.
My favorite might be Tin Men.
He is good.
Great.
Tin Men is good. All his stuff is really good, but you don't want to. A million people must say that to him, so I'm going. Hey,
and I mean, I didn't want to meet him, so I mean, not that I don't want to meet him. It's just like I didn't want to bother the guy at his table, so it's like I don't even know that he wanted me there.
He was very nice to me and Gary. He was outwardly like, look, what they're doing to Howard is really wrong.
But he didn't say that to you, Howard?
I think he might have said something, but don't forget, I was looking to get out the door.
Yeah.
But you know what was weird? all these, like, famous people are saying to me, you know, this is wrong, what everyone's doing, this and that and the other thing, but none of them really, they say it to me personally. They don't say it on some other show.
Yeah,
they don't
do something.
Yeah, when they get on TV, they don't say a word about it.
And I got to tell you,
They're all cowards anyway.
Well, that's why I'm glad that Ashcroft is going after HBO. It's not just us.
Yeah.
It's you, too, you nutcase.
Yeah, but, you know, it's great that you say it to me, but it's not my issue. It's
Take it personally.
He was telling me and Gary.
It's your issue.
He actually used the word despicable. Right. With me and Gary.
But despicable about what's happening to Howard. It's happening to him, too.
He doesn't realize it. He should say, I can't believe what they're doing to me because they're going to go after HBO and they're not going to show my film.
And in the Hollywood community, that guy's got a ton of respect. If he would just go on, you know, Nightline or something.
None of them will do it.
Say that exact thing.
None of them will do it.
Ted Koppel should be trying to get him to do it.
Right. He should be saying how despicable the Bush administration is.
Right.
And that Ashcroft is busy going after porno, and in this time, in this day and age, when we're trying to give freedoms to Iraq, we're going after porno in this country? You got to be nuts. I thought the Republican Party was like this party that believed in getting out of people's bedrooms.
Except this faction of the party.
Yeah. It's a whole new faction. It's the religious faction. We got religious kooks running the country.
They're right in your bedroom. Yeah. They're between you and your wife telling you whether it's okay to use that position.
Yeah, they're between my wife's legs. Yeah. Anyway, but seriously, thank you. We had a great night.
No, it was wonderful. Yeah. I was glad we all got together. I like to see everybody every once in a while.
It was fun. And all that being said, the soft-shell crabs and the balsamic reduction were absolutely fantastic.
Hey,
and Mr. X said it was the greatest piece of veal he'd ever had.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hey, Mike.
Listen, I just want to know, was Gary eating shrimp, and was it funny while he was eating the shrimp?
There was shrimp at Gary's house. It was in a little bowl. Those were good, by the way. Mary made those?
No, we got bought those.
Those were good.
And then,
aren't they from the Lobstergram people?
No. Actually, I got these from a different place. But I had shrimp at the table. You guys had noticed that I held it up at one point. So you guys were so drunk, I said, I'm going to eat my shrimp now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really funny to watch Gary eat shrimp.
Yeah, definitely. Put that on the internet.
How would you know if it's funny if I eat it? Not Howard, the guy on the phone.
By the way, you can't go on Trim
Gary,
Spa.
I know you, man.
You can't go on Trim Spa a moment too soon.
Yeah, no kidding.
You are huge. I weigh in, fat as I've ever seen you.
I weigh in tomorrow, and even I don't know what it's going to say.
Ooh.
But it might be, you know what?
Might be an all-time high?
Oh, I know it's an all-time high. I just don't know what the number is.
Hey, Chris, you're on the air.
You're such a miserable bastard.
Tell me about it.
The guy invites you out to dinner. He takes you out for a nice evening, and you want to rush the meal along.
Dude, let me just say something. We got to his house. He asked to be there at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, so you have drinks.
We left at
drinks at the house, which is fine.
We're in the restaurant by 8:05.
In the restaurant, 8:05. Wait, I'm not done. Then we're sitting there, we're drinking. Menus come out about 8:30 or so, right? Fair?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Food, the appetizer was delivered around 9.
Yeah, maybe a little bit early.
All right, I'd say dinner didn't show up till about 10:30.
No.
Oh, come on, dude. I got out of there 11 right after dinner.
I think dinner showed up quicker than that.
Okay, and then Gary goes, anybody want dessert? And I was like, well, I think it's going to be till 2 in the morning till the desserts get out of here.
Unless you're sleeping over.
I said, I can't sleep over. I got to get to the kids tomorrow.
And I think it's funny, too, because you like to dine at these fine places. Do you like to be rushed?
I wasn't being, when I go to a fine place to eat, they bring out food. There's food coming. You want to eat.
Well, you'd have to order it.
Unlike you, who stuffs his face every 5 minutes, I wait for dinner to eat.
Okay, fine, but do you have to order the food? They don't just bring you food.
But you can't have an hour and a half between the appetizer and the dinner.
But where were you rushing off to? Where was the fun?
It was 11 o'clock already. I had to get up. at 6 in the morning. I had to get out to Long Island. I got a life too. I mean, you can't stay up all day.
You have to get up at 6.
No, I had to get up at 6.
Why?
I had to get out to Long Island early.
You're having dinner.
Dude, I'm telling you, Robin, were we waiting forever? And you couldn't order dessert. How come we didn't order dessert?
It was late. It was
getting late. The whole restaurant was empty.
And he's right. It took a long time between appetizers and dinner. They were just letting it all unfold and unfold and unfold.
Yeah.
I could have been talked into some tiramisu, but that's fine.
I mean, Artie didn't have dessert. I mean, why?
Oh, I didn't realize Artie didn't have dessert.
I'm not going to be the only one ordering.
I was going to order dessert.
So why didn't you?
Because then you left. You go, You go.
I said it's 11. I think it was 11:15. I said I'm going to go. We're starting dessert at 11:15.
No, I was home by 11.
No offense, you're not that interesting.
I was home by 11:30, and we were there for a good half hour after you left.
Okay. But it was a real good half hour. Everybody went home.
It was funny.
You were home by 11:30. You left 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it was.
So he left at 11.
I left at 11. You left at 11:25.
I said we were there for a good half hour after Howard left, and it was probably 10 minutes before you didn't get dessert.
I see. Okay. Whatever. Listen, I'm critiquing, so you'll do better the next time. when you have your in-laws.
Like there's going to be a next time.
Not from me.
Charming.
Charming night.
We had a fun night. We were all laughing and drinking.
Can I tell you something? Mary and I sat around yesterday, and we looked at that night like a Rubik's Cube and tried to figure what could you potentially pick on. And none of this came into our minds. We had other thoughts, but I can't remember what they are now.
Chris, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man.
I think that guy should shut up. I mean, it's not what Stern you're talking to now. I mean, it's like, you don't bring out his dinner in 4 hours, you know what I'm saying? It took me 2 hours to eat my dinner.
And that was Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton. I would love to have heard that conversation.
He was fine.
I mean, what? Yeah, did he say something?
I wanted to go home. Yeah, he stood up at least, like shook my hand and was like, "Hey, man, what's happening?"
There was some guy at the table that they introduced me to. I went over afterwards, and it was like some guy like I should have known who he was, but I didn't.
I guess there's a bunch of famous people that all have to eat together.
You ever hear of a guy named Dan Abrams?
No.
I didn't know who he was, but they're like this.
I think he's like a lawyer.
They go, "This is Dan Abrams," and I go, "Oh."
Oh, great. Could you tell me what he does, since we're all...
I know, you really ought to give a guy's title if you're going to introduce him.
He's not that guy from NBC News or anything.
He might have been.
Black hair?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
If it's the same guy, he's been kind of dicky to the show.
Oh, really?
If that's the guy.
You should know everyone here. We're all famous.
Right, right.
This is Dan Abrams of the Connecticut Abrams.
Well, the person who did visit the table was 𝗦𝗁𝗄𝗿𝗍's lawyer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
he
guy.
did? Oh, I didn't know that.
You don't remember when the one guy who came over, and then at the end, Gary says, "Oh, do you know who that is? 𝗦𝗁𝗍𝗍's lawyer."
Didn't he lose the case? He's the only one that lost the case.
Michael's in jail.
He's the one who lost the case for Kennedy. Kennedy's get off of everything. Chappaquiddick, it was like it never happened.
Ever not guilty.
He's the one lawyer who managed to not win.
He was part of that table.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice guy. Seems like a nice guy.
I think he's Michael Bolton's lawyer.
Didn't Bolton lose that case against the musicians?
I think he lost to the Temptations.
Oh, dear.
But I don't know that Mickey represented him.
All right. Yeah, you seem like a nice guy. Hey, Dana.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
What's up?
Long-time listener. I think what the FCC is doing to you is just totally wrong, man.
Thank you.
Let's make it what the FCC is doing.
Yeah, by the way, there's a whole bunch of new stuff on howardstern.com this morning. Webmaster put up a whole bunch of articles and a whole bunch of information about the Butterface contest that we're doing again in Vegas.
Is that John Ashcroft thing on the website?
It is. You should read it. It's really awesome.
Because it's not what the FCC is doing to us anymore. It's what the FCC is doing. They're doing it to everybody.
And the Attorney General. Now it's past the FCC. Yeah, hey. So anyway.
Yeah, I just want to let you know, the polls this morning on the news show Kerry ahead by 4% from Bush.
Hey,
yeah, but November's a long way away.
Can we have the election today?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, Howard, you keep up the good work. I got to get to work.
Thanks.
Keep up the fight.
Right.
I noticed something on the HBO promo last night, too. They were sort of trumpeting their freedoms, saying, you know, there was a woman said, "Thank you for showing me a naked man."
Not so fast, white man.
Just be careful, HBO.
Well, you know, the industry's like, it's okay if you go after Howard Stern, but not us.
Right. Oh, we're artists.
Yeah. We're doing art. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after the break. But I'm wearing these work boot things, but I don't have any socks on, and I tell you, it's not comfortable.
Work boots and no socks.
Well, these things. They're not, you know, they're, you know, these lugs.
Yeah, that's a pretty hefty shoe with no socks. How you going to breathe?
It doesn't stink or anything, but
Yeah, my feet are feeling a little... I'm taking my shoes off. I'm not a no socks guy. I gotta wear socks.
I wear little anklets.
I do when I wear my sneakers. When I run, yeah. I wear anklets. I always thought that was for chicks, but...
You've gotten into it.
Yeah. Those are guys who are no underwear guys. That ain't me, man. I always wear underwear. I love underwear. It's the best.
You love it.
I love it. I don't want my skin, like, I don't even want to take a chance of getting my wiener caught in a zipper.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So... But I'm not a no-socks kind of guy. But I see in all these ads and stuff in magazines, man, these guys are, you know, wearing no socks.
Yeah, but are they wearing shoes like those?
Yeah. Now the new thing is, I saw this, I'm going to start doing this. They wear shorts with dress shoes, but no socks. It looks really cool.
Dress shoes?
Yeah, but it's got to be the right shoes.
All right.
Yeah. Kind of a cool look.
But long shorts, not the...
Long shorts.
Yeah.
It's kind of freaky. I don't even know that I could walk without socks. That's the other thing, too. I have a job pretty much where I don't have to walk.
Yeah, I would imagine that it rubs, you know, like you're going to rub skin off or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't do a whole lot of walking. I really need to, but I don't do it.
You wear the proper shoes when you're going to move.
Yeah. What a nice weekend weather-wise here in New York, man. It was really nice. Makes it so much harder to come back to work. And now it's light outside till like 8 o'clock, 8:30.
I know. It never gets dark.
Yeah. It's hard to go to bed early.
I don't know what time it is.
I saw Booger and Linda this weekend for dinner.
Oh, yeah? How are they doing?
They're doing good.
Did you get to talk about J-Lo or no? Did you not?
Well... You know, I read all the magazines where, you know, Linda was at the wedding, of course, because she's J-Lo's sister.
Right. Was Booker there, too? Or no?
No, Booker wasn't at the wedding.
Oh.
But, so finally I just said, this is silly. I mean, any friend whose sister just got married, I would ask about it.
Right.
So I said, Linda, so tell me, how was the wedding? She goes, I'm not telling you.
Oh.
Because you're going to get on the air and talk about it. I said, you know what? I probably wouldn't if you told me, I probably wouldn't if you told me not to, but...
As a friend, yeah.
I have to tell you, I just wanted to ask as a friend because it's awkward not to ask. I said, and secondly, I don't want to know anything. Because, quite frankly, then if I do read something and report it on the air, you're going to think you told it to me and I'm breaking some kind of trust. So you know what? Let's not talk about it.
Oh, darn.
But that was the end of it. And she's good.
What good is seeing them?
And she's good. Exactly. And I said to Beth, let's get out of here. This is a waste of my time. There's nothing going on here.
And Booker, he doesn't even get to go.
Yeah, Booker didn't even go. So, he was working or something.
Yeah.
He works over at Z100 now. He's telling me about that. He goes, man, their studios are state-of-the-art. I go, what do you mean?
Why does he do that?
Well, you know. I go, what does that mean, state-of-the-art? I go, what do they do over there? He goes, this is insane. He goes, whatever your next element is while you're doing your radio show, like let's say you're playing Britney Spears.
Uh-huh.
And then you got to play Hoobastank.
Right.
So it's a computer, and you just drag your little icon over into the next space.
Are you kidding?
And that's the next element. So
it's
like
computerized like that?
You don't have to grab for commercials or anything. You just grab it right off the computer and just drag it right over, and that's your show.
So you don't touch any...
No. Any tape or records.
No hard stuff.
No CDs, nothing. It's all on, like, MP3 or whatever. He was telling me, I said, I got to go over and see that. I go, man. He goes, it was weird for me at first because I'm used to working on a dinosaur, you know.
Right, where you have, like, we got stuff in here. Look at all those cards over there.
Well, that's me. The radio station doesn't use that many cards. That's my thing because I'm steeped in the old ways. I'm like,
but how would you have that stuff if you didn't?
It would actually all be on computer.
Really?
Yeah.
We could have that.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to do it.
Oh.
I don't know how to work it. Yeah.
We're getting that system in about a month, actually.
Yeah, it'll be ready about 18 months.
It's called AudioVault.
Now, what does that do?
Everything's on a server. You know, music, commercials, and everything. You just gotta, like, you could have a touch screen or use a mouse, and you just push what you need, and it's all pre-programmed pretty much.
So you're putting that in there for Howard?
No.
We've been getting Howard.
You're gonna have a screen. Fred's gonna have a screen.
We've been getting that next
Another
month.
screen?
Well, we'll probably have to eliminate one of them. Combine stuff.
Howard, we've been getting that next month for almost a year now.
Really?
I mean, really, you have to admit, we've been getting it next month for a long time.
No, all the wiring's done. The racks are in. We're just waiting for what I've been told from Richie, corporate in wherever they are, to approve the purchase.
Expenditure? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, forget about it then.
Yeah, we're way behind the times according to Booker.
We've been waiting for it like 2 years.
So let me ask you something. If we were to, they would load in everything, right?
No, we're not going to use it.
Wait a minute, let me see.
We don't use it. The rest of the radio station uses it.
We could use it.
We could.
By the time we load in everything we have, it'll be time to leave.
Yeah. If it took this long just to put the system
Well,
on.
if you needed anything from the music library that we have here, you can just pop it up on the screen and play it. Just by putting it on the screen.
All right, that'd be cool.
Right.
That's cool, but also, could you at least load in the stuff like, suppose
I think
somebody does a new song parody?
Yeah, can you get rid of all these carts?
Yes.
And how would I find them? Like
There would be folders on your screen.
No, it's got to be okay.
But how am I going to... First of all, I can't even see the screen. It's so far away.
I'm sure
they have to move it closer.
They've been trying to move this screen closer to me for about 4 years. The arm they can't find. They don't know how. They don't know how to do. Hey, get in here and do it.
All right, let me ask you something else. For Booker's situation.
Yeah, music show.
Does he still have a board?
Yeah, you pot up microphones. That's it.
Okay, so you do have the board.
It'll probably make Fred's life easier because they'll probably put the commercials on that thing.
Nothing is easy about Fred's life.
Well, Fred didn't even run those anymore, so no.
Yeah, what would that have to do with Fred?
I brought in Lewis to run the commercials so Fred would be free to talk to me during the commercials, and he's still not free to talk to me. He runs out of here. First of all, I've never seen a guy go to the bathroom as much as Fred. He pees every break. It's the talk of the station. He doesn't know.
He does pee every break?
Oh, people are like, how could a human being... What is he doing back there?
He drinks a ton of coffee.
What?
How would I not know? You bring it up every day.
Whatever he's drinking, I mean, dude, slow down. I mean, you're never in here, and then, I don't know, he's on the headphones talking to Lewis the whole time. Yeah. So what good is it? Why don't we run the commercials over here?
No, actually, it does make it a lot easier.
It doesn't help me, though.
Nah, it
hasn't freed you up to help me.
How does it help Howard?
It does help because sometimes I'm looking for music beds and things like that. It just helps.
All right. He says it helps.
It does.
Don't listen to him.
Well, it'll make it easier for Fred because he'll have access to anything, all the sounds and all...
Yeah, in about a year and a half when we're gone.
Yeah, we ain't going to be here that much longer.
Right, we don't have time.
It's only as good as what you put in it. Look, you can see all the stuff we have to put in it.
And how are you going to put all that stuff in? Tom's not going to hire 10 engineers to do it.
Right.
Yeah, and Tom won't.
There, you just ran into your roadblock.
We're still trying to hire...
Scott will do it.
We're still hiring a guy to do best of. We're still behind on best of again. Scott and I are having that age-old argument.
You know, we ought to stop with the best ofs. Because I got news for you. What Tom is doing with those best ofs, I'm not
They're
sure.
not best anymore.
I'm not sure I'm going to allow it anymore.
Well, that's going to be a big problem. It generates a lot of money for the station.
It generates a lot of money, but I don't like what he's doing to my best of. He's bleeping the crap out of it.
You know what he's doing? To explain it to the audience, remember that Red Peter song that we played that one day that was so funny? And then Tom took it and bleeped it, and it wasn't funny anymore?
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing. You can play the cabbie bit where he admits he has anal slut. I have to bleep out anal slut.
Well, actually, you know what?
Why?
I talked to Lewis about that, and I said, could we fix that by bleeping? And he said that would be impossible because there aren't words coming up in whole sections.
Yeah, forget about it. The FCC has won already. That's why I'm out of here. Like Tom goes, I was reading something the Red Sun said, well, Howard should re-sign with this company. I go, on what planet would I re-sign? I can't even say anything. What's the point?
If we aired the cabbie bit...
Better money elsewhere, and if it's a money issue even.
But you could also do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, part of this is I'm an artist. You know, I'm a part-time fire twirler, and the other part of the time I'm an artist doing this stuff. I consider this my art.
Sometimes you're a mime.
I'm a mime, I'm a fire twirler, I'm a dodgeball guy. I mean, all kind of thing.
That's another thing. The best stuff could be stored in there, too, as well.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen.
Be done in there, and it could be any bit could be accessed at any time.
Tom's the guy who wanted to erase all my tapes so he'd have more room on the cassettes.
Yeah, I know.
How's he going to hire guys to store stuff into the computer? That takes time and money.
We've been storing stuff into a computer for the last 6 or 7 years into a different computer.
Yeah, and guess what?
And it's still not done yet.
I know.
Let me ask one other thing. Can you stop and start things with this, you know, like, without going back to the beginning?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it sounds like a wonderful system.
It is.
Yeah, well, don't get too excited.
Oh.
You sit over there with your tapes.
And you can play your own news cards.
Oh.
Clips.
Yeah, she'd rather me be responsible for that.
Right, it's very funny
You can
when
have a
he's
screen,
running
too.
around looking for things.
She loves it. I like having control of the news clips. I like having control of everything. That's my problem.
Well, that's your problem, yeah. That's why you don't want to let go of your cards.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know, like the whole, I was working on that Howard Stern, the high school year script for a long time and, you know, trying to hand it off and not be involved, like kind of say, well, let someone else take care of it. And then I finally got frustrated and I said, I'm going to write it.
Well, there are
With a friend of
different
mine.
things. I mean, once you get something, before you get something up and running, maybe people don't know how it works.
It is, it got done.
No, the point is
and then it makes me more of a control freak.
that at a certain point you should be able to tell somebody and let it go.
No, please. Never gets done. Hey, I was on the air.
Good morning, Howard. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Listen, just real quick, those guys don't understand is that you're best friends with Beth, and that you guys have a trust and bond that they don't ever have with somebody.
Right.
Anyway, listen, would there be a right amount of money, and what would that amount be if they offered you The Price is Right? Would you do The Price is Right for the right amount of money?
A game show like The Price is Right? You know, when I was a kid, my fantasy was to be a game show host, among other things. And I think it's a great gig. But I don't know. At this point in my career, to stand there like a straight man and, you know, I mean, you're asking me to be really honest. It would be very weird for me to be a game show host unless the show had some sort of edge to it or something because, I mean, I'm going to hang up on Eric. I mean, I like Eric, but this major showing on in his room there. In his playhouse. You know, listen, yeah, I would do a game show. I've been approached to do game shows. And I think it would be kind of fun. You know, I always like have fun with that kind of stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I don't know. I guess for the right money, yeah, I would do a game show, sure.
I was
guess
watching Drew Carey.
My
and
parents...
he seems to, you know, like I have forgotten about Bob Barker.
Yeah.
With The Price is Right.
I told you, my parents love him.
What is his name? Drew Carey.
Yeah.
That's his show now.
Yeah. I didn't think he'd be able to do it. I thought Bob Barker was not replaceable, but Drew did it.
Drew has moved right in without problem.
According to my parents, Drew Carey is the greatest game show host. They love him. The people love him. You know, when the contestants jump up on him, he really is rooting for them. He picks them up. He holds them.
Right. Bob was afraid of breaking a hip or something.
My father goes, Bob Barker was very, you know, he would run behind the curtain when the women would try to jump on him because this Drew Carey is a football player. That's right. He played football. I go, no, he was a stand-up comedian. Yes, but... I go, Dad, he's a stand-up comedian. Well, he played football.
He's a hefty guy.
My dad sees it because the women jump up on him and he picks them up and holds them, that he's rooting for them.
Yeah.
He says, you could see...
Bob wasn't rooting for them.
Yeah, he goes, you could see he really wants them to win. They watch that show religiously. And we love that Drew Carey. He's terrific. And he likes the people, you could see. Very, very nice gentleman. You know you're getting really old when you think the people on TV are like your friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I guess, because that Price is Right crowd has always been a very strange crowd.
Yeah. A little desperate.
And you imagine who the heck is watching this?
My parents. Well, he's very good, though. He's very good. Yes, I agree. We had a big conversation out at the house when they stayed with me for 2 days when their power was out. But, my parents are interesting. They have interesting opinions. If you sit there and talk to them, they
have opinions on the Price is Right.
Yeah, on all kinds of things. Boy,
what else do they watch in the morning?
Well, my dad goes to the track and stuff, so there's not a lot of TV viewing.
It seems that they watch The Price is Right pretty regularly. I just wondered if there was anything else.
I can't figure out their schedule. Because they get up in the morning. Well, we get up, we do our ablutions. Well, with what we do is we wash up. And then I have my program. My program, my mom's talking about transcendental meditation. Like, if you're not a transcendental meditator with my mother, you're almost worthless. That's her, She goes, well, I have my program, and my program goes longer than your father's. And I go to my meditation room, and I'm in there, and your father, what he does. Well, what I do is I do my program, and then I'll go downstairs, and then I have my cereal.
He's that alone. He doesn't have breakfast.
No, I wait for your mother. But when I go down, I have the news. I go out with my bike, I get the newspaper.
A bike?
Yeah, he rides a bike.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're like Jesse James, except the bicycle. I get the paper. I read the New York Times. And then your mother comes down and we have breakfast.
And
then
what does she have for breakfast?
Well, I'm loose.
What does that mean?
It means, listen, anything goes. Not like your father. I'll have, let's say, a piece of toast.
Oh.
With maybe a breakfast tea. And, she'll put something on her toast. Cream cheese or something. And sometimes she'll have a matzah. She likes that. Matzah with jelly. With jelly.
Oh.
I like matzah with jelly and cream cheese. But I have my cereal.
Yes, you have your 3 different cereals, right?
Yeah, then my dad goes into a very methodical explanation of his breakfast cereals. There are 3 different cereals. And my dad keeps a marker on each box of cereal to remind him which box he had the day before.
Because he doesn't double up.
I don't want to.
Switches
I don't
every
want
day.
to have the same thing every day.
Right. But could he, all right, so he had, let's say, the oatmeal, the steel-cut oatmeal.
Yes, that's what Irish oatmeal.
Irish oatmeal.
And then one day I have that, and the next day I have a rice and shine, and then I have a potpourri of cold cereals mixed together.
Oh, okay. But could he have, like, the rice and shine Monday?
No.
No.
No, whatever day it falls on, that is the day I eat it.
But you couldn't have, like, you had the oatmeal today.
That's right.
Could you switch with the potpourri tomorrow?
No. My dad's into this regimen where he wants to have, even if he's in the mood for, like, his hot rice cereal, he won't eat it.
Oh.
He's
That's
so
crazy
it's
to me.
Crazy. It's beyond crazy. It makes no sense.
None.
Who wakes up, like, I eat a couple of different cereals, but I wake up, I see what I'm into.
Right. Today I'd like to have.
Well, your father has a routine. It works for him. I'm much looser. I kind of decide what I want that morning.
Do you think he has a routine with Sue? Like, was there a sex routine?
One thing I know from going through my parents' drawers, when parents would leave the house, I was fascinated with it. I could never ask them questions directly about themselves.
Right.
We didn't have that kind of relationship where we actually talked about anything real. But I would go through their drawers the minute they left. And I know everything about my mom and dad through what's in their drawers. That's my relationship with them.
Okay.
And I know my dad always had a gross of condoms. He'd buy them by the gross.
Really?
So they must have been for... or he was beating off into a condom. I don't know what he was doing. I can't imagine them being that sexual, but they must have been. My dad had a gross.
Did you see it go down?
Yeah.
Wow, so they were doing it.
Oh, yeah, we did it. I was like, wow,
wonder if there was a
who buys condoms
too?
by the gross? Nuts, right?
Yeah, well, you didn't see him bringing in, like, a box.
I didn't see it. Listen, I wasn't privy to that.
I wonder how he got him in the house.
Yeah. But, yeah, then they have their routine. So after meditation, then we eat our breakfast. And so I imagine there's like a 2-hour period of time where they watch Price is Right together.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what time.
Isn't that on like 11 o'clock?
I think it is 11. That's pretty late.
Well, that's right before we go to the yogurt shop. Every day they go to the same place for lunch.
After the Price is Right, off to the yogurt
We go to the yogurt shop. They have terrible coffee there. And I bring my own blueberries and banana every day to the coffee shop. I mean, to the yogurt shop. That's right. Your father likes blueberries and banana with his yogurt. They don't have that there.
So he gets a frozen yogurt.
I get the frozen yogurt, and I put my bag of blueberries and banana on there. And the best blueberries are from Chile. Did you know they got blueberries in Chile?
I did not know that.
Yeah. And they go there. When I go to the store, I say, where are the blueberries from? And when they say Chile, I know they're good. He likes the blueberries from Chile.
Wow.
So they have the same lunch every day. I know that. Except when your father goes to the track, he makes a sandwich. He takes a I have a whole inventory of sardines.
I love the inventory.
He has
like a shop.
Yeah. He empties a can of sardines onto the bread, and then with the oil. I guess he said at the track. All these people, they come up to me at the track. How would they know who I am? Evidently, people bother him all the time. He doesn't want to be bothered.
He's there for the horses.
Yeah, he's not looking for friends. My dad's not a friend kind of guy. My dad's very self-contained. He's not looking to talk to anyone.
He's there to be by himself.
And my dad thinks most people are dopey anyway. My father thinks most people are...
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he does. He just does. He just goes, people talk about nothing. They're idiotic.
Well, he's right about that. A lot of chatter about no good... And nothing good comes of it.
Yeah, my father just says can't tolerate any kind of nonsense. But he hates people who tell jokes. I had this one friend. I can't see him anymore. My father had friends. My mom would be the social one and invite couples over. And then my father would complain to me about various couples and what was wrong with them. I got one friend tells jokes. Like a joke. I hate those jokes. Like jokes, like Jackie jokes.
Right.
Yeah. And the guy would come over and tell him jokes. He hated it. He couldn't understand it. He was like, what the f do I want to hear a joke for?
Joke after joke after joke.
Yeah. What is the purpose of a joke? It's like, there's so many rules with them. And I knew I would shake at night because I knew all the rules. I was like that kid in that Van Halen video, Waldo, shaking in the classroom. It was a nightmare. Oh, it was a nightmare. It was so terrible. There were a lot of rules, Mom. A lot of rules. You don't like rules. You don't think there should be rules. So they do have a routine, and I don't know how the Price is Right fits into all of that.
Yeah, where it falls in the day and what goes on after.
I mean, if you call
Because what are they, does he go to the horses after the yogurt shop, or does the yogurt shop get skipped that day?
I don't know. I think it gets skipped. That's when my mom's on her own.
But they're very, that's the thing with my parents. I want them to live forever because I don't want one of them to be without the other. They're
very attached.
Oh, my God. My mother said to me many times, I don't know what I'd do without him.
Oh,
so it's like,
sweet.
yeah, I don't want to. And you know what? I don't know what I'd do without him. Then I'm with her.
I don't know what I'm doing with you without him.
Right. Yeah, when she goes, I don't know what I'd do without him. I don't know what I'm doing with you without him. Guess who's going to the old age home?
Guess who's going to have to find some new friends.
Yeah. You better reach out. I can't spend the rest of my adult life with you. I've done that already.
That will be tough.
Well,
and I hope they don't ever have to go through that.
Well, I'm banking on you, because you're a do-gooder, and you're going to take care of them. You're going to live with Robin, Mom. What? You're going to live in Robin's house in Staten Island somewhere.
I'm not that kind of do-gooder.
I don't know. I was actually thinking, like, if I make enough money, I'll hire the guy who played my dad in the movie to live with us. What's that guy's name? He was good.
He was great.
F. Murray Abraham, or whatever his name is. F. Murray Schwartz. Yeah, you played my dad in Private Parts. My mom needs you now.
Needs you to take up that role again.
Yeah.
The role of your life.
But it was nice, actually, having, it was interesting having them over. It was nice to have them over my house because I felt good that the power was out and I could at least provide a place for them to stay. Sure. Even though they couldn't relax.
They provided a place for you for all those years.
Well, I didn't ask to be here. Not having the time of my life. Well, but here I am nevertheless.
We're glad that you are.
Oh, well. George, you're too kind.
This was a fantastic dialogue that I listened in on.
Well, the dialogue you listened on was all in my head.
I know.
It's there all day.
Parents,
anytime you want to hear it, just put a dime in my ass and I'll let it come right out. It's in my head 99% of the time.
It goes on constantly. It's a never-ending loop.
It seems when I play chess.
It's wonderful.
When I play
rich. So
rich.
human.
When I play chess, it gets drowned out for a few hours.
Is that why you love chess?
Yes. I don't hear the voices.
It stops that.
Yeah. You got to really concentrate. Sometimes when I play chess, I go, shh. Mom, Dad, quiet down. I'm playing chess. Listen, you're ignoring us. We have things to talk about. Shh. Please stop. What? What the kind of chess is stupid? You'll never be.
He think chess is stupid, does he?
I'm pretty sure he does.
You've never talked to him about it.
He probably does.
I told you not to be stupid, you moron.
Now, did you play chess while they were there?
No.
Really?
It would drown them out.
How did you pick up chess?
When I was a kid, someone taught me, but I never played. I didn't know what I was doing. I never knew how to play. 3 years ago, during the summer, my cousin came over. My cousin Richie and Julie have a beautiful kid. His name is Isaac. He was an intern here for a while. And Isaac was over my house. And he saw I had a chessboard. We had a chessboard in the living room. And he said, you want to play a game? I said, sure. I said, but I don't know what I'm doing. So we started to play, and he beat me rather quickly. And I said, boy, you're really good. You know what you're doing. He goes, I took a class in college. It was like a half a credit, and they gave us. I said, boy, I would love to take a class.
They didn't give chess when we were in school.
No, and if they did, I wasn't tuned into it because I didn't pay attention.
You had to join a club for that.
Yeah, so he said, yeah, in college you give a half a credit. I figured I learned. He said, so I learned a few things. I said, boy, I would love to learn something like that. So I went on the Internet, and I'm looking around, and I see this guy. He's got a website, Dan Heisman. He says, his name is Philly Tutor. He teaches chess. So I gave him a call. I said, how do you teach chess if you're in Philly? You say you teach all over the world. He goes, you go on this website, and you get on the phone, and I get on the phone. He says, you want a free demonstration? I said, that's all right. I'll pay you for a listen. I said, all right, let's go have a lesson. So he gave me a lesson. And I liked it. It appealed to me that you could learn this chess. I had no idea how involved it was. It's so involved that it would take you a lifetime to even begin to understand. I mean, it's that
Unless
complicated.
you have that
Unless you grow
innate.
up.
So you got into it once we had the Internet.
It's this. Yes, it's the same. The Internet's fabulous.
Yes,
it really is. It's really a game changer.
It brings the world into your home.
Yeah, I mean, this guy Dan, I would never even know him. He's a terrific guy, and I've gotten to know him. He's such a nice man. You know, his first wife died of cancer. He has a charity for cancer, and he's involved in the community. He helps kids with chess. He helps adults. He's a good guy. But I met him through the Internet, and then I started... So I took a lesson, and then I began to take a couple more lessons, and I was horrible at first. It's like learning a new language, really. That's what they liken it to. And I started...
See, I would rather learn a language.
Yeah, well, you know what? I didn't get into it with a lot of thought, but I like it. And Dan explained to me that the brain likes this game because it enriches it. It's like almost doing a workout for your brain, he said. You know, you do a workout for your body.
Learning any new thing. They say, especially as you get older, to learn something new enlivens.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than just the language. It's strategy. It's
tactics.
Tactics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying I would enjoy a language more. It's more interactive that way.
I would enjoy a language, too, but that ain't going to happen. I can't do it. But
the pronunciation and all that sort of thing. But
I enjoy this. It's relaxing to me. It's a hobby, but I'm obsessed with it. I love watching it.
It says a great deal about you, who you are.
What does it say, George?
Intelligence, competitiveness, focus, and the whole idea of, you know, battle.
Battle. Nothing better than battling a kid from Bronx High School of Science and having him whip your ass.
It's humbling.
It's just like your childhood. You're getting beaten up by high school kids again.
It just doesn't stop. The humiliation. That's why. And then I play on the Internet. There's a huge community of people. I play on this thing called the ICC, Internet Chess Club. I play on there. And you have a handle, you know, and you go on and you play. The only drawback to that is that there are people who cheat, believe it or not. They're assholes. You know, they use computers and play you because they want a high rating, but they're not. It's not
their true rating.
Yeah, you can tell when someone's cheating. Yeah. Because amateur players don't play the right move every time. These assholes, you know, are jerk-offs, and they throw them off of there. But other than that, it's great. It's a great
Have you ever thought of teaching your parents chess?
No, my parents aren't going to. No. They don't need to play each other. Well, they're locked in a game.
Yeah,
right. What is it? Square dance.
They square dance.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
But you will never see a senile chess player. According to Dan,
that's right.
You will never see one with Alzheimer's.
Because you're using your mind all the time.
That is not true.
It is true.
It is true.
George says it's true, and he's on Star Trek. Right. He knows. You
never see them because they're locked up.
No, you will never. I mean, some of them go insane, like Bobby Fischer was. But Bobby Fischer was a Jew who was an anti-Semite. I mean, you can't get wackier than that.
Crazy to begin with.
Yeah, but he was a massive chess player. You watch his old games, you can't even believe it. You know, anti-Semite, Schmemite. He was a genius at chess. He was the Mozart of chess.
He's dead, right?
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's a pathetic life. Could have had a great life. He was mentally ill, times 10.
Mm.
But, you know, listen.
See, the chess and crazy go together, too.
Sometimes.
Life and crazy go together, too.
No.
Yeah.
Listen to George. He's on Star Trek.
Craziness.
George, would you explain to her again that you're on Star Trek and you know everything? She doesn't have any respect for that.
He's an admiral. He's an admiral.
No, I'm still a captain.
Oh,
he's a captain.
You're just a captain? I'm not listening to you.
No, Kirk became an admiral.
And you never got promoted?
And you don't listen to the admiral either, Kirk.
Isn't it funny, like he always had to keep himself at least a ranking ahead of everyone else? He had to be Admiral Kirk.
Of course. Nothing
There was no other admiral?
That. What?
No other admiral?
Well, there
are a few other admirals.
But, even Spock doesn't become an admiral.
That's what I was wondering. Spock never made admiral?
They were very competitive, Bill and Leonard. I mean, you know, as Bill and Leonard, not Spock and Kirk.
Is that right?
Oh, yes. I think I told you about that time when... you know, they both holed up in their dressing rooms and wouldn't come out.
Oh, geez, yes.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think I told it here.
Why wouldn't they come
Well,
out?
they were doing a photo spread on Leonard getting his ears put on.
Right.
And so he was there early in the morning.
Right.
You know, he's always the first one there because he takes his
makeup.
time.
Yeah.
And then about half an hour, 45 minutes later, Bill came in and saw that happening. He walked out of the makeup room, made a phone call to the front office, and an assistant came in and dismissed the photographer. Leonard said, "What's happening?" I don't know what's happening. And then it wasn't explained to him. So Leonard said, "Well, until the photographer comes back, I'm not going to get any makeup put on." And he got up and walked into his dressing room. And Bill came in, and he got into his makeup. By that time, all the rest of us are arriving and got into makeup. And then we reported on the set. Nothing's happening. And then a group of suits come in, and they go to Bill's dressing room, and they spend about 15 minutes there. And then they go to Leonard's dressing room.
Baby.
Going back and forth, and
Right.
there we are on the set, and the assistant comes and says, relax, why don't you, have some coffee or go to your dressing room and relax. So we hang around for a while. Then the assistant comes and says, why don't you take a coffee break at the commissary? You can stroll on off. And we see the suits going back and forth from one dressing room to the other. We come back, we hang around a little bit more, watch the suits going back and forth. The assistant comes and dismisses us for an early lunch, 11:30. Why don't you go to have lunch? We come back, and finally, Leonard's back in the dressing room. In the makeup room, getting his makeup finished. The photographer's back and finishes the photo spread. Apparently, it turns out that Bill had in his contract approval of photographer on the set.
Oh.
And he exercised that and had the photographer dismissed.
Even though the photographer had nothing to do with Bill.
Had nothing to do with Bill. He didn't want that photo spread.
He didn't want Leonard getting attention.
Exactly.
Without him.
This was the first season. And
the very
Leonard,
first season. How do you get that in his contract?
It's amazing. I don't know how, but he did. And Leonard was getting much, much more fan mail than Bill was. So there was that element of not just competition, but,
tension.
Can you imagine, especially, put yourself in the shoes of the producer. New series, they're spending a fortune on this new show, Star Trek. Nobody knows if it's going to be a hit or not.
And it wasn't.
And it wasn't. And they're losing money on it. And Bill and Leonard are still carrying on like that.
They don't even care.
But you can't blame,
very competitive.
But you can't blame Leonard for that. He was he was probably confused. He was like, well, what's going on here?
This was his big break, and he was getting a photo spread in TV Guide. It was a great exposure.
Right.
And so he wasn't about to. And good for Leonard. He stood his ground.
He did, yeah.
He's a great negotiator. He's got guts, and he knows what he brings to the table.
Well, he knew how much fan mail he was getting. If he wasn't getting any fan mail, he might not have been so bold.
Wow.
That's true.
I don't recall that story. It's a great story.
It right here.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
It's a great story.
All right, well, now I'm going to remember it. All right, listen, let me... okay, Marty, you got the last word, and then I'm going to take a break. Go ahead, Marty.
Hey, Howard, I just want to tell you that it is so comical when you talk like your mom and dad. I always tell my mom that she is the voice in my head, and when you do it, I sit here rewinding like the Zapruder film over and over.
That's my Zapruder film. All right, Marty.
Love everybody.
Glad you enjoyed that. Thank you. All right. I'm glad someone's having a good time.
We all are.
With your torment.
All right. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
Morning. How you doing today?
I've had better days.
So, what brings you down to the Howard Stern show this morning?
A visit.
Talk about being back in Morning Drive in New York.
Hey, you got a new radio show, right?
Hopefully.
So excited to be here? Your first time?
Oh yeah, first time here.
What are you
wondered.
expecting?
What am I expecting? Same old Howard. Same old Howard. Right in your face. Obviously, not just serving you softballs that you can hit out of Yankee Stadium, but throwing right at your head.
And you're ready for that, right?
Oh, of course. Remember, I always tell a guy, either take me out now, 2 bullets to the back of my head, or I'll hit you so hard your mother will feel the vibrations. So I can be quite intimidating myself.
All right, sounds like it's going to be fun today.
It'll be down.
All right, we'll see you in there.
You got it.
I haven't seen 𝗏_𝗏𝗏 in a long time. I'm a big admirer of his, starting the Guardian Angels. And he is here. He just started his own Morning Drive radio show.
Yeah, so how can he be here if he's supposed to be on the air?
That's a good first question. Curtis, aren't you supposed to be on the air? Where? How you doing?
Doing well, doing well. Although I've had better days.
Why? What happened today?
I noticed, SWA, Robin, you shot me a glare. You were eye-fornicating me there. I mean, sister with attitude. I thought I was going to get some love. And
No, I had to get back in. I just said hi, Curtis, and
I don't know,
ran in.
Howard. I didn't feel the love there.
Really?
Did not feel the love.
From Robin, of all people.
No, there was a little bit of that coldness.
We have history. Come on. Curtis and I have spoken on the phone from time to time, and I want to talk about this radio career, because we haven't spoken on the air in years. And you've just gotten a new job, which I'm happy to see that you got. You like doing radio. You like doing morning radio specifically. And you were displaced by 𝗦𝗵ici𝘄. So we have a lot to talk about, because
You were doing well where you were.
But I want to set up for people, the reason I admire Curtis, forget about the morning radio thing for a second. When you started the Guardian Angels, and I am a big fan of the Guardian Angels, because as someone who took the subways for years, it's a scary place. It really is. And if you don't know how to handle yourself down there, it is dangerous. And I'm a mark. I mean, you look at me and you say, there's a guy I could rob. So whenever I would see a Guardian Angel sitting on that subway car with me, I felt safe. And I thank you for that. But what people don't know is you were working at McDonald's, and the way the Guardian Angels got started was that it was you and a bunch of buddies from McDonald's who decided to go patrol the subways. Which is a very...
Why did you do that? I mean, what
was the drive there?
Impetus. What caused that?
Well, I was a night manager at Mickey D's in the Bronx.
Right.
But I was living in Brooklyn, which had been renamed Crooklyn. So 2, 3 in the morning, I'd have to take the number 4 train, which was called the Muggers Express, back to Brownsville, Brooklyn, where I was living.
Right.
And let me tell you, every miscreant, every enemy of society would be walking up and down those trains looking for someone like you, Howard Stern, their milk money.
I am the poster boy of what they're looking for.
Right, but then they'd see me, because I'd sit in the back car on purpose, which is where all the homeboys roll whenever they want to be lighting up, smoking, doing graffiti, robbing, thugging up. They always move to the last car. So I'd sit there with my McDonald's jacket on. You know, my jock strap even had that M on it.
Before you had the beret and the whole uniform.
Exactly.
Right.
And I'd be reading a copy of the Daily News or the Post that day. And, you know, it's almost like their antennae would go up. So a lot of times they'd be singing doo-wop a cappella as they'd be coming through the trains. You say, oh, this is great, subway street, you see culture in the city. And then they'd be eyeballing everybody, right? And they'd be singing, Manhattan makes it and Brooklyn takes it. And they'd be looking at me as if I was Ray Kroc.
Yeah, you're Manhattan,
Did
you, when you first started, you know, doing this, just going down and sitting on the subway, did you get into physical altercation?
Oh, yeah, because
you would stand up.
Well, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a street guy, so I'd already know, if they sucker punch me, if they yoke me, it's over. So I'd launch a preemptive strike. I'd thump them up.
Really? Is that true?
Oh, yeah, thump them up, and then the police would show up like a half hour later, you know, donut pounders that they were, waiting for the fresh buttermilk twist to come out of the oven at Dunkin' Donuts. And they'd see 2 guys on the floor, but they'd see me in a jacket and a tie, and they'd say, oh, you undercover, you 5-0? I said, no, I'm a night manager at Mickey D's. I've just made a citizen's arrest. And they said, what the hell are you talking about? There's no such thing. That's a vigilante act. What are you trying to be, Charles Bronson?
So you became the bad guy in a sense. Cops don't like you, do they?
No, they arrested me 76 times.
It's
But that was pre-93.
Right.
Because then when Rudy Giuliani became mayor in the city of New York, he said, hey, no more static, no more grief for the guardian angels. He said, you got to work with them the way you would with a block watch or a crime watch. And then that translated to cities across America and now around the world, because we're in 14 countries, 140 cities, and rarely do we get grief.
So every subway has this problem.
Yeah, oh yeah. How many members do you have now in the Guardian Angels? Have things, you don't read as much about the Guardian Angels. Are there still a lot of recruits?
Yeah, there's 5,000.
5,000.
We just opened up in Seoul, Korea.
Oh.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it's not just Samsung and Ki there. It's thuggery.
And it's still a no-pay kind of position. You put on the beret and you go and you fight, essentially.
Well, you volunteer. You go down there. You're obviously a target. 6 guardian angels have been shot and killed, 3 dozen seriously injured. As you know, I was shot up in the summer of '92. So you take a risk. But now that we have cooperation...
Talk to me for a second about your shooting.
Oh.
Because I was upset about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that upset me is you were doing a morning radio show on WABC radio.
Yes.
It was you and 𝗫𝗁𝗄𝗿.
No. At that time, it was my wife, Lisa.
Right.
That was the partner on the radio that I had to sleep with.
Right.
Because I was not going to be sleeping with 𝗫𝗁𝗄𝗿, although his hair was actually longer than Lisa's was.
But the show that became successful on WABC in the morning was 𝗫𝗁𝗄𝗿 and Curtis
That
Lewa.
is correct.
And you essentially had a falling out with your on-air partner because, and I don't blame you for being upset, he didn't stick by. You were shot. You accused John Gotti Jr. of being behind it. We all have read about it in the paper. But 𝗫𝗁𝗄𝗿 didn't seem to take your side in this thing. And that, to me, is the most offensive thing. Like, you just could not get him to shut up about this. You were shot how many times?
Well, 5 hollow point bullets aerated my lower extremities.
It's a miracle you're alive.
And let me describe it biologically.
Yeah.
It's not the knife, the spoon, and the fork. It's your 3-piece set.
You got shot in your genitals.
Oh, man, they were trying to send a message to me.
Really?
And then, not only that, they had stole a yellow cab because they knew I would take a yellow cab to go to the radio station and do the morning show at WABC at the time. So this guy, little Nick Carrazzo, who I grew up with, who I had beef with since I was just a young little whippersnapper, he gets the contract. He goes, oh, Slee was going to fight. There's no way. We could shoot him once, shoot him twice. He'll still be fighting. It's exactly what I ended up doing in the back of the cab. But they sawed off the handles in the back of the cab, then reattached them. So as I dove for the door, figure I'll jump out into speeding traffic, take my chance being a speed bump, they knew I tried to jump out the door, and when I grabbed the handle, pow, I got shot a 3rd time, and the handle came right off in my hands.
Where were you specifically hit?
I was hitting the lower set, the legs, the 3-piece set,
Do you still
the upper body.
Is your penis working still?
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Really?
Depends on how angry I am.
So but wait a second, it's no joke. I mean, you didn't have full recovery, did you?
Everything, all the internal plumbing had to be reversed.
Wow.
So when I sit on the Porcelain Palace, I curse John Gotti Sr. and John Gotti Jr.'s name, and that other 𝗪𝗪, that putana, Victoria Gotti and her 3 little dons who live out in Long Island still.
Describe your injury for me for a second, because I'm not even understanding. Sure. When you say you sit down and you pee, it hurts. Mm-hmm. Your penis is there. I mean, it's intact, right?
Oh, it's intact, but I had a colostomy bag, an intestinal bag, a colon bag, and then I had to go for reverse surgery. And that's worse than the initial surgery that saves your life, because you're going to have that surgery.
Right.
And then it takes months for you to get any feeling back.
Miracle you're alive. And
Absolutely.
And you say the shooting ruined your second marriage.
Yeah.
After Lisa, your first wife, what was a beautiful
No. First wife was a sister, remember?
Right. Is this how many times have you been married?
3. I'm a serial marrier.
So your first wife was the sister when you were working at Mickey D's.
That was Corinne.
Then you met Lisa. Married her. I thought you guys would be together for life. It seemed like you were the perfect match.
That was shocking when that fell apart.
Yeah, how did that fall apart, by the way?
never do a talk radio program with your wife.
Is that true?
Is that what you not? Because remember, you never talk about these things in the house. You never talk. You're having breakfast, you're visiting relatives, you're by yourself. You never talk. All of a sudden, you're talking about issues, and you say, damn, I never thought you thought that way. And naturally,
is that really true, or is it a little more dynamic than that?
No, because it would get very personal, because you want to share personal experiences, which I don't mind sharing.
Beautiful woman.
Oh, absolutely.
And now she's become a legitimate news reporter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, not dead gorgeous and good in the streets. So she is the street reporter for Channel 5, the local Fox affiliate.
Is she remarried?
I have no idea. I haven't spoken to her.
You don't speak? You're not friends? So it was really angry?
I wouldn't say it was angry.
It's just no point.
But I wanted reconciliation. You know, I'm old school. I figure, wait a second, we've been 11 years together. She wanted no reconciliation, so I said, no reconciliation, it's time to move on. Yeah. So I slept on a park bench in Central Park. You know, it was like a hot rack with other guys who also got tossed to the curb. Then fell in love again and got married. Did the right thing. You fall in love with a woman you're supposed to marry. I just heard your conversation.
Yes.
In which no marriage, you know, don't get married. Hey, I'm old school.
If you're feeling like you're going to run around, we're saying, don't get married.
So these injuries, after you get shot, and I was upset about this. I mean, you're a good guy. You certainly have donated a lot of your life and time, and you've been very courageous. I mean, you talk about being down on the subway. How many times do you think you've been in an altercation defending somebody?
Oh, hundreds.
Hundreds?
Hundreds.
How many guys have you fought at one time on a subway?
About 5.
5 guys at once?
They got the best of me.
They did?
Oh, they deuced me up. They gave me a beat down. I got to tell you, a therapeutic back massage. I was sucking concrete.
When you watch these shows like like Spike's Ultimate Fighting or something like that, do you laugh at that in a way because you have really done Ultimate Fighting in the subways? That's the real Ultimate Fighting.
Howard and Robert, I never laugh at anyone who gets in the ring. Yeah. I've been in the ring, and I've had my bell rung. You don't realize you get hit one time.
That's
your brain, you actually feel your brain falling, and you're like, all of a sudden, you can't get control of your mental and physical faculties, even if you don't do well in the ring. Because I didn't do all that well in the ring.
Right.
But to be brave enough to go in there, to know you're going to get hit, it's not just you're going to hit, you're going to get hit, takes a lot of machismo.
Why were you unafraid, in a sense? I know there's a thing in me, I get scared of being hit. I've been hit. I've been punched in the face. It's horrible. And yet you would go down and take these guys on. Do you think there's something sort of missing with you, like a fear gene or something? I mean, you're not really that afraid, are you?
Let me ask you a question, Howard. Everyone in talk radio is crazy.
Right.
At some point.
Yes.
And I was just crazier before I got a microphone because I would actually seek to go down into the subway while others would escape. Imagine you're sitting in the back car knowing that's the troubled car, and you're sitting there with your McDonald's suit on knowing they're going to roll back and try to vic you up, and you're just ready for them.
It's sort of Charles Bronson-ish, you know, to go looking for it.
But you never brought a gun down.
No weapons. And I, you know, after I got shot up by the Gottis and Gambinos, right away the police said, hey, you know, you've been attacked twice by them. They beat you with baseball bats, broke your wrist, broke your elbow, cracked the back of your head. Maybe it's time you get a permit. I said, look, I lead a group in which we don't permit people to carry weapons. How can I be an example to them? I don't deny Americans the right to have a weapon. I know many of them who need it. But it just wasn't for me.
How is it that, I mean, is it cause you great distress? You have blamed the Gottis for your troubles. They went and had a trial. He's beaten the rap 4 times or something like that. Is this like something that keeps you up at night?
Oh, I'm obsessed with it. This is a blood feud, a vendetta, because it goes way back. He grew up in 𝗏𝗏𝗏, blocks away from me. The guy who shot me on his orders, who's doing 20 years for shooting me, he went to the same PS114 that I went to. Little Nick Carrazzo, who planned it, he grew up around my area. I had fights with him and his family all growing up. And
why do you think these guys were angry with you? What was the feud?
What did you do to them?
Oh, this goes way back to when I was growing up in Canarsie, Brooklyn, and I would stand up to the wise guys, these geriatric...
You were that well known back then?
Yeah, because a lot of these young guys, many of them who have done time now in prison for killing people, for robbing, for raping, for just being marauders, enemies of society, I would play stickball with, boxball, stoopball. These are all games in New York City, and I was quite good at it, and I had their respect. And then I would see these geriatric espresso-sipping psychotic killers of organized crime talk to these young men and wean them into a life of crime.
Why do you think you didn't take up a life of crime? You're certainly brave. You've hung around with that element. You grew up with all these guys. What was it? Did you have a mother that kind of led you down the right path? Or?
My mom, my dad. My dad was a merchant seaman, so he was away most of the time. But it was my grandfather, 𝗦𝗵ici𝗿. See, people say, well, you're a part Italian, you know, 𝗦𝗁, what kind of name is that? It's a Polish name.
That's right.
But on my mom's side, she's 𝗏 Italian, and my grandfather would stand up to these mugs, these skells. He was 80. He was 85.
You admired that.
He would tell me, walk with me. He had cataracts. He had hardening of the arteries. Take me to the 69th precinct. I'm going to rat them now. I'm going to eat the Parmesan cheese. The sergeant at the desk would say, Pops, you don't want to do that. These guys will bend your leg and stuff it in your pocket. He says, hey, you have no culiones. You're not a man's man if you're going to literally fold like a cheap camera. And these cops would look at my grandfather, 𝗦𝗵ici𝗿, as if he was a crazy man.
Did you have martial arts training, or did you just fight a lot, and that's how you learned how to fight?
Oh, no. Early on, I had martial arts training. I had experience similar to you. My dad did not want me to go to parochial school. My mom did. But my father said he is not going to the parochial schools in Canarsie. He's not going to St. Matthew's. He's not, Our Lady of Miracles, St. Jude's, Holy Family. He's not going with these jadruls, these supreme cuisines that we live in. He sent me to Crown Heights on the B-17 bus.
He wanted you to be tough.
I was the only white kid in that class.
You fought.
No, not in the school. It was a Catholic school.
Right.
But down the block, Schenectady Avenue, the public school got out 15 minutes early.
Do you think that's fair, though? Do you think that's fair your parents did that to you? And don't give me too much macho stuff here now. Tell me the truth.
Actually,
is that fair?
Growing up in Canarsie, I would have grown up a racist. Because, remember, you call blacks moulignons, eggplants.
Right.
But by going to Crown Heights, by getting thumped by these black kids, but then seeing other black kids take my back.
Right.
Then I began to realize, no, there's good and bad in everyone.
Right.
Because the Italians I grew up with, the supreme cuisines, many of my cousins were total degenerates. They would make pejorative remarks about blacks. They'd say you have nothing to do with them. And so by being integrated early on, where I was the minority, the only white kid in that class, and then the blacks coming from the public school who knew that they could take your sneakers, they could take your money, they could play with you, they could beat you up, and nothing would happen to them.
So fast forward for me. Yeah. You become a radio host.
Yeah.
You start out with Lisa, that falls apart, and then 𝗏𝗏 and you take over the WABC morning show.
Yes.
And you guys, lo and behold, get pretty good ratings.
Oh, yeah.
Very good ratings.
Yeah.
AM radio is not easy to do in the morning, and 𝗏𝗏 is more, you're more right wing, he's more left wing. It's kind of a good balance, and you go back and forth, and you're doing well and making money for the station.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, your partner, this guy 𝗏𝗏, didn't stand up for you. Explain that to me. In other words, after you'd been shot, he had the balls to say to you, you're wrong. That's not, you don't know who went after you.
Oh, no question.
Well, he's a defense attorney, right?
But come on.
He didn't have to go to court and testify on behalf of John Gotti Jr. against him.
He testified. That did it, right? Was that the end of the team?
Yeah. And the fake, phony, fraudulent defense was, yes, up until 1999, and remember, I got shot in 92, attacked with the bats in 92. Up until 1999, his defense, liar for hire, said, oh, he was the worst. You know, he was a member of the Gambino crime family. He was an underboss. He was a capo. And yes, he may have done many of the things he's being accused of. But in 1999, he had the stigmata. He had an epiphany. He retired from the Gambino crime family.
Okay, but take me back to your on-air partner, because this is something I can't find.
This is what he testified to.
Right.
He said, absolutely. I was in the room when I and John Gotti Jr. had a conversation where he told me he was retiring from organized crime.
So here's my question. Why do you think your on-air partner did that to you? Had you guys developed a friendship? Did you eat dinner together? Did you guys, get something of a...
He was the man of honor at my wedding.
He was the man of honor at your wedding.
We socialized.
Did you say to him, why did you...
How could you?
He didn't have to testify. In other words...
Yeah, he didn't have to be in it at all.
In other words, he volunteered to testify against you. Why do you think he disliked...
He claimed he got a subpoena. Everybody gets a subpoena. Even I was testifying for my own. You get a subpoena to come testify. But he also knew who shot me. He knew how it happened. He never volunteered that information.
Really? So that hurt you.
Not only hurt me, but then he justified this withdrawal defense by saying he and John Gotti Jr. had a private hush-hush, mush-mush conversation in 1999 when John Gotti Jr. swore to him he was leaving organized crime. Every skell and mutt who gets out of jail, what's the first thing they say? I'm never coming back here. I'm giving up crime. They're back like 72 hours later.
But so Kubi and you break up.
Yes.
And you've never spoken to him since, I imagine.
No, I had to continue to do radio programs with him in the morning.
Did you want to kill him?
Now I'm looking at 8 years, and you know how difficult it is, particularly morning drive. It's like the gladiators.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, nah, I just got to suck it up. We do good radio. It doesn't come across on the radio, but I hated every second that I was in that studio with him. Hated it. And then one day, after Fareed Suleiman and Citadel purchased WABC as part of his buy from Disney.
He's the head of the company, yeah.
Right. A year later, after he had purchased, the rumors started coming out that 𝗦𝗵CI��� might be that cadaver in formaldehyde. They might find the jumper cables on a Delco battery, put it to his jawbone, and revive him, resuscitate
Before you
him.
go to 𝗦𝗵CI�, because you know I'm interested in this, because I like to have somebody corroborate my impression of the man.
Yeah, he claims to have changed so much.
Were you able to discuss on the air what was going on internally with you? Say, hey, guys who listen to this show, I hate Ron Kubi.
Oh, yeah, I loathed, I despised, I detested
And you said that on the air.
Oh, and we battled about that.
Yeah?
And no question. And he said point blank.
And when you got off the air for the morning,
yes,
you didn't talk to each other, you didn't look at each other.
Not at all.
You were fuming.
I would have killed them.
Did he ever try to apologize to you? Did he ever try to say to you, listen, let's work this out?
Never. In fact, he said to me, both in private and on the air, Curtis, you got to learn this is not about you. What do you mean not about me? I get attacked with baseball bats the first time by these three jadruls, these three muscleheads. I get shot up. 5 hollow point bullets aerate my lower intestines. I'm lucky to have survived that. It's not about me. You're supposed to be Mr. First Amendment, freedom of speech, say whatever. I'm attacking the Gottis and the Gambinos on air. And you think this is Sicily, Baghdad, Kabul, where you get killed for what you say?
Wow.
And you see, the problem is he's represented the Gambino crime family. He's represented Gotti, so his loyalties were questionable.
If you saw Ron Kubi being mugged in a subway, would you step in and stop it?
Oh, no, I'd assist.
You would assist it. All right, so now go on. This is a fascinating story to me. So here you are doing well on AM radio for WABC.
Yeah.
𝗦𝗵CI𗗗 has his controversy.
They execute you right away.
Yeah.
They don't let you be tortured in the wind. They kept us on the morning show for 3 months. A month later, after announcing that 𝗦𝗵CI𗗗 would be returning 2 years ago in December, they took Ron Kubi like the mob did Fredo, remember?
Yeah, and they took him in a rowboat.
They took him in a rowboat in the middle of the lake, put 2 bullets to the back of the head, came back.
Never see him again.
And I said, where's Ron?
Right.
He's dead. He's dead. There's nothing you can do. He's fired.
So they didn't even discuss this with you ahead of time. Ron was gone.
Ron was gone.
And here, on one hand, you're probably happy because you couldn't stand the guy. But
Right.
on the other hand, you're like, hey, wait a second.
But that was wrong.
Right.
You don't do it that way.
And you know if they're doing that to him, what's going to happen to you?
Oh, exactly. So now it's December, and I pass the baton off to 𝗦𝗵CI𗗗. I'm expecting there will at least be a phone call from the Wizard of Oz.
Sure.
Because, you know, he's got layers of protection. God forbid you actually be able to look at the guy because he's falling apart as he shuffles down the hallway. This guy is like...
it's scary.
AARP twice.
Yeah.
He needs to drink Geritol and take a Bengay bath.
You are so right. I was going for a run in Central Park. I'm walking, and all of a sudden I see a giant, like, cowboy with big hat and the sunglasses and everything. And listen, Imus and I go back a bunch of years, and I see him. We see each other. And we shook hands and said hello. That was it. But I was like, how does a guy walk around Manhattan dressed as a giant cowboy? And he looked like he was gonna, like, he looked like my Tante Helen. He looked like an old bubby. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
Like almost like an old woman. He looks horrible.
I call it a cadaver in formaldehyde.
Right.
But here it is. You would have thought he would have picked up the phone, or even through any of his sycophants, toadies, and lackeys. Hey, Curtis, that was a stand-up thing you did. You covered my back. You fought the battle against 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱. I was feckless. I was weak. I was kissing his pinky ring and buying a civil rights insurance policy. Right. You know damn well Sharpton got greased on that. Because when Imus came back, you notice 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 disappeared. Right. You know, when Sharpton is quiet, that means somebody has greased him with dead presidents.
You think that?
I believe that.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I can buy that.
So who do you think pays him? Like, if he was paid off, we don't know that. But let's say who does that?
Hey, he's a civil rights leader. He's got a National Action Hate Network he's got to support. He lives in the Plaza Hotel. He's rolling dough. He's top shelf 5-star. How do you live a life like that and you don't have a job?
You always hear him say, we will be looking into that. And when there is no big protest, obviously something happened.
Yeah, but Robin, these hustlers, they sell you a civil rights insurance policy.
I know.
You pay them under the table because naturally the IRS is not supposed to know about it. And when you have a problem, they're there at your beck and call.
So you have said, I'll just bring up a couple of things. You not only dislike Imus, I guess it started with the fact that he didn't say to you, hey, good luck in whatever you do.
Or thank you for the support or anything. Yeah.
Does it bother you now that consistently he gets lower ratings than what you had at WABC?
Completely. He's like off the map. But probably what bothers me most is, for 18 years, I was WABC. ABC stood for Always Broadcasting Curtis. And I knew all the people behind the scenes who make it possible. First of all, the salesmen, saleswomen, they live on commission now. They don't get salary. I don't think people realize that's the toughest job in radio.
Hardest job.
Yeah.
I've always said that the toughest job in radio is sales. And these guys work their ass off. And you always owe them. That's what we're there for. We're there to make money for the company, and these guys go out and hustle their ass off. They're good people. I noticed, though, that a lot of radio people are very hostile to the sales department.
Well, this is what happens, Howard, because I was a new jack to radio. First day at WABC, it's like, my God, Nirvana. It's like Mecca and Medina for broadcasters.
Sure.
I'm doing morning drive, and the first thing the program director tells me is, don't have anything to do with the vermin over there, because they will rob you of programming time. They're going to try to steal every minute that you broadcast to put a commercial on. For me, I married a sales manager, at the time Mary Galda, who had worked at not only PLJ, WABC, she had been the sales manager at KISS, worked for CNN, and I would see her at times cry at night. I said, what's wrong, Mary? She goes, I worked, weekends I spent at this, I had to schmooze the clients, I had to cover up for what some of the hosts were not doing because they weren't servicing the client. But there's no connection. Nobody ever teaches you, and this is my philosophy, no ticky, no washy, no talkie. If you can't sell, if you can't get out there and market products, because what I do is commercial radio, then you don't deserve to get a microphone.
Can I tell you something? I think the reason that I appreciate the sales department, when I was at WNBC, for example, they said to me, Howard, we can't sell your show. It's impossible. We can't make any money with it. Then I met Mel Karmazin. He hired me over at K-Rock, and I was sold out. Every spot taken. And I was so grateful because I wouldn't have a career. If no one would advertise on my show,
I'd have no career. And NBC almost drummed me out of the business, not because of my ratings, because they couldn't sell the damn show. Here's a guy who could sell the show. I was sold out constantly. I said, thank God for this guy. And thank God for the sales department. But there is a disconnect in broadcasting, and on-air talent doesn't appreciate that effort for some reason.
They dismiss him.
Well, on-air talent isn't appreciated by management. It just goes all the way down. You're not appreciated as a talent. Talent doesn't appreciate the sales. You know, it's just like, that's how radio is an industry that eats
So the
itself.
arrogance of Imus disturbed you. You didn't like to see him treating
the way he
salespeople
treated these people. And then I went up to Boston because I was at now at night doing a syndicated talk show across America, WTKK, great FM station. They took Imus in the morning. He goes up there. He's supposed to do a personal appearance with salespeople. The management asked me, please, Curtis, come up. You can do your live remote from here. He's gonna diss our sponsors, our advertisers. They want to see Imus.
Right.
Show up, nice hotel, big spread. Imus refuses to come down out of his hotel room. There's 70 people there. They don't want to see Curtis Lee. Well, I mean, they like Curtis Lee, but they're there to see Imus.
Right.
Again, a smack in the face.
It's embarrassing to management.
Then the next day, they rent out this great old theater right near the Commons, downtown Boston. And he threatens to shoot their host, their afternoon drive time host, Jay Severin, on the stage, causes them major embarrassment, bad headlines. Then he packs up, he leaves town.
Right.
And now they took 2 hours away from him. He's only on like from 5 to 7 in the morning there, and I'll bet you the moment they can break the contract, he won't be there. He's not on a Citadel station in Washington, D.C. Imagine, his own company took him off the air.
Well, he's not getting the ratings.
And not only that, but
face it.
he is so despicable and vile to sales, to sponsors, to advertisers.
To all human beings.
How do you claim this, by the way? I'm curious about this, because it seems like you know the inner workings of Imus's operation. You claim that Imus is really impaired. His producer, Bernard McGurk, basically runs the whole show. You say Bernard writes most of what Imus says, even.
Yep.
And Imus is lost without Bernard. Is it that bad? Is
Listen,
he that crotchety?
it should be the Bernard McGurk show.
Really?
Now, I don't necessarily like Bernard.
Right.
I fornicate one another. It's sort of like Jets and Sharks, you know.
Yeah.
We hate each other.
Yeah.
But Bernard McGurk does work hard. He's there mornings, he's there nights.
Does Imus treat him well?
Treats him horribly. He treats all his staff. They are terrified of Imus.
Even the news guy,
Charles?
McCord? He's terrified.
They're all terrified. For instance, Warner Wolf. Does it get any better than having Warner Wolf? Let's go to the videotape.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times you hear in the exchanges, you know, when the commercials play, dissing and dismissing, hollering, cursing, belittling, humiliating his staff, and then they're frightened of him. If they don't
why does he humiliate them if they do everything for him? When something goes wrong, he humiliates them, or
the slightest thing can throw this guy off, and he'll never take the responsibility or impale himself. You know, I feel like saying you should take a crucifix and impale yourself on that. You are so lucky. You've been so blessed. You have been so self-destructive. Without Bernard McGurk, you can't function. You can't talk. You can't ask questions.
So maybe that's why he's angry, because he's so vulnerable. He can't even function without
Why
this
not
guy.
just let Bernard McGurk do the show?
Right.
Why not let him
Bernard
do the
McGurk
show?
is basically Imus, is what you're saying.
It's like a ventriloquist.
The real Imus.
He's like a puppet with a ventriloquist.
He talks to all the guests. When Imus disses a guest, he mollifies. He is his peacetime consigliere, because he's got to make peace with everyone that Imus has burnt.
Well, maybe he shouldn't be so proud. That show doesn't get a lot of ratings, let's be honest.
No, but
maybe
to be honest,
it would do better if the real Imus was sitting
Maybe
there.
they ought to get a new puppeteer.
I remember there was this young lady, Jamie, who worked for us. Really great. In fact, she was such a hard worker. She was running for the New Jersey Transit train in Leave It to Beaverland, Father Knows Best, Little House on the Prairie. She fell in between the door and the station platform. Her leg was stuck between both.
Ooh.
She extricated herself and came to work.
Wow.
Is that dedication to work?
That's a good girl.
This guy humiliated her off air.
Why?
She virtually had a mental breakdown in the newsroom.
Why? For what reason?
Something so innocuous, so ridiculous.
You say when you were at ABC, you saw him yelling at interns till they cried.
Oh. Yeah,
interns?
Interns. People who work for free.
Yeah, they don't even get a paycheck.
Didn't matter.
You know, when you were working at McDonald's, if someone told you one day you'd have people, interns, helping you out,
for free.
and sponsors, and hotel rooms filled with food, you would have thought you died and went to heaven.
The only thing equal to this is if I could have replaced Mickey Mantle in center field in Yankee Stadium. Yeah. I would pay to be able to broadcast at times because people were listening to you. I used to talk to myself while feeding the pigeons in the park. I used to stare at myself in the bathroom.
So now that someone was listening to you, you were amazed.
Not only listening to me, they're paying me money, and they're patting me so hard on the back, I got to go for a chiropractic adjustment the next day.
What would you tell the pigeons when you were talking to them? The same kind of stuff? Or
all kinds of nonsense. I'd say, could you believe? And the pigeons would look at me and say, hey, just keep feeding me the Progresso breadcrumbs.
Were you kidding when you said, because I'm fascinated by this and I have to ask you, because if we were talking privately on the phone, I would ask you all this. Are you saying, and I don't know if this is a joke, that �μηξη breathes oxygen from a mask between sentences on the air?
At times.
At times.
And you know, I don't know what the extent...
Why does that make me feel good?
I don't know what the extent...
We love that.
Right, of his bronchial problem is.
I know he had a collapsed lung.
He had a couple of collapsed lungs.
Right, but it's like, you notice the football player's just returned a punt 50 yards, and he's sucking up oxygen on the bench.
Is it time for him to hang it up?
Oh, totally.
It is, right? I mean,
go to the ranch and hang it up. Ride your horses around the ranch.
Yeah. You say the only person who sort of keeps him in line is this wife that he met on the air.
Oh, Deidre. The only time I ever saw them together was at Boston.
Okay.
No.
He's on the stage. Deidre comes in. Pleasant to me. But it seemed like she was a dominatrix with him.
Right.
He might as well have had the ball gag in his mouth and been down on all fours. Oh, my God. And then she goes on about... all these products, these green products.
Yes,
she does like a 15-minute commercial, and you know, sales, they get no commission on that.
Right.
And half the stuff is crazy stuff. It would be like, for people who are in New York, listening to WBAI late at night, conspiratorial radio.
Right.
And this is prime time on a major commercial station.
Well, he's got to listen. I guess if he wants to get laid, that's how it's
Or
going to work.
she just stays there and takes care of him.
You're saying he should stand up there a little bit and say, listen, honey, not a 15-minute infomercial.
Notice, he didn't stand up to Al Slim Shady Sharpton. His career was on the line.
Right.
Today, if it's black, he will not go on the attack.
Yeah.
Anything but... They're right. They're right. They call me...
It's a whole new guy.
Right.
Yeah.
He can't attack like the President of the United States, who, remember, wanted him fired, Barack Obama, when he was a senator.
Right.
He can't diss him.
Right.
Anything black is great. Oh, I have Dick Gregory there, who's also sucking oxygen. Any black who will come on with him.
What happened to those two black people he hired when he...
Oh, those were his training wheels. Yeah. That was his civil rights protection.
Do they...
Are they still there?
No, they got rid of that gal. The moment he was insulated, they got rid of her. And the guy he has there now, nice guy, Staten Island, came up, they used to teach in school, but they use him as step and fetch now.
Right.
It's humiliating.
When he has Dick Gregory on, do they share oxygen tanks, or do they bring in their own separate oxygen?
Let me tell you, I think there's blood doping going on there. For those two guys to be able to get through 15 minutes of a program.
So you feel it was a ruse, in other words, to hire black people to... Would you ever go and kiss the ring of Al Sharpton, no matter how bad things are? Wouldn't you just rather get out of the business?
What does Al Sharpton have to do with anything?
Right. It's crazy.
Absolutely not. I would take that microphone and I would swallow it and suffocate my own self before having to buck or bow to Al Slim Shady Sharpton.
Because you know there's always going to be a way for Curtis Lewa to make a buck. You don't have to sit there and bow. You could, if worst came to worst, you'll go to McDonald's and be the night manager.
Exactly. If I gotta make Max fries and strawberry shakes, I'll do that. Now, the interesting thing is, on September 30th, my contract was up with Citadel.
Right.
WABC. Great management there. Steve Borneman, the general manager, Lori Cantilla. They wanted to keep me there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they did everything they could.
All right.
Problem is, they're going bankrupt. So I would say to them, if I sign this contract, if it's a prepackaged bankruptcy, this is what Farida's talking about in the press, this could be null and void.
Absolutely.
And they said that's a possibility.
And now you are at a new radio station.
Yes.
Called The Apple?
The Apple. 970 a.m. Empire State Building. It's me and King Kong.
9:70 a.m. and you're on in the morning, and I would assume are happy because now you can at least be credited with your ratings. You can take on @𝗦𝗵cie. You can do this kind of thing. Is 9:70 a.m. a good signal? Is it?
It's not as powerful as where I was, WABC, because that's the granddaddy of signals, or WR. But we rode the Garden State Parkway, which covers a huge radius from New York through New Jersey down to the Jersey Shore, even where they filmed Jersey Shore.
Right.
It's a pretty good signal.
Yeah.
You can catch the vibe in the morning. So, you see, I've got scores to settle.
Are you doing your own thing now? You don't have a partner?
You don't have a partner.
Told I'll never do radio with a partner again.
It's not for you.
I mean, you and Robin, you've clicked.
Right.
This chemistry.
It's weird to find that, though. It's hard.
With me, it's been ammonia and bleach.
Right.
First with my wife, Lisa, it led to the divorce.
Yeah.
And then with 𝗦𝗵cie, he's defended terrorists, Gotti's, Gambinos. We put all that aside. But when he, 𝗦𝗫𝘄𝗿𝗍, that traditor, testified against me for that degenerate John Gotti Jr., it was over.
Yeah.
Do you, I'm a radio guy, so I'm thinking maybe a commercial for you where it says, 𝗏𝗏𝗏, he can do 4 hours without an oxygen tank. That's it. I mean, that says it all, right?
And I don't need a Bernard McGurk to call every shot. I don't need a shot call.
You don't have anybody sitting there putting words in your mouth.
You know, I hope, because you have such a huge, vast audience, and it's not just, people who have no say.
Right.
You have shot callers listen to you. You know, as much as I don't like Bernard McGurk, give him his shot.
At least he's working.
He deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
He does that program. 𝗦𝗵cie cannot survive without him. Give that guy the opportunity to do his own show.
How much longer can 𝗦𝗵cie live, even? I mean, at that age and in that state of decrepitness, if there's such a word.
Decrepitude.
I think he does an MJ. I think the moment the program is over,
they anesthetize
They
him?
take him in the wheelchair, they put him in the stretch limo, and MJ, the Michael Jackson, the oxygen chamber. I truly believe this guy's in an oxygen chamber. And he must sleep like 14, 16 hours a day.
Like the Crypt Keeper.
Like a lizard.
That's right. Like a lizard. It's absolutely true.
And talking about something that was on the air at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he said, I was asleep already. It's like, my God.
When you speak out now and you say things about, organized crime, and this, aren't you afraid a little bit when you say these kind of things?
I've never been afraid.
Oh, targeted. There's no question.
Yeah, I'm afraid all the time. I don't say anything.
I was just thinking, we're letting him sit here and say all these things.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe any of it. I want to go on the record. Leave me alone.
These are the views of our guests.
That's not us. We don't know
remember,
a thing.
Howard, I've always taken on thugs and gangsters, whether they're organized crime, the Gottis and Gambinos, Bloods, Crips, Latin Kings, you name it, any wannabe group that emerges. Because in so many cities, the moment I arrive in town, it's like high noon. They want to face off with me.
You know who I take on? Amputees. No one can touch me. At least 2 legs gone. So when you go, let's just put your life in perspective.
Yeah.
The most dangerous, most horrible moment in your life got to be being in the back of a cab getting shot at. I mean, to me, that's about as bad as it gets. And then when you wake up from this, I don't know how many hours you were in a coma from it.
Yeah, when do you learn what's happened to you?
And you learn what happened. I mean, it is devastating. You look down and you see your body bandaged, and they tell you.
That wasn't the worst of it. 72 hours later, after going through intense surgery at Bellevue by Dr. Leon Pachter, who grew up in Canarsie, he used to be the milk money for these jadruls. They used to pick on him.
Yeah.
So he said, I had an added incentive to save your life. It was payback to these guys.
How close did you come to dying?
Very close. And very close to being paralyzed because one bullet just missed the spine by 1/4 of an inch. So I wake up 72 hours later, you're in intensive care. And I know, Robin, you were a nurse. So, that's like a meat locker.
Yeah.
They've got a tube in every orifice of my body. Some orifices had 2, 3 stuffed in there where there was no room to move.
And some they make new holes so that they can put things in.
And you're attached to all this machinery. So I wake up, the bells and whistles, it's cold, I'm freezing. I lift my head, and the first person I see is the former Mayor 𝗦𝗁𝗄𝗿𝗍. I thought I died and went to hell without an asbestos suit. Because he had been my enemy.
Yes.
Right. He had vilified the guardian angels as vigilantes, as Hell's Angels. He was there. I looked over, there was Cardinal O'Connor. Cardinal O'Connor was giving me, for Catholics who know, extreme unction.
No kidding.
Last
right.
Yeah.
No kidding.
He didn't realize, that I was still able to function, and then there was Lisa there. Lisa saw me wake up, and I think in her mind she said, I'd love to shove another tube in some other part of your body.
She really hated
all
you.
the pain. Oh, I gave her a lot of pain and anger. She was a great gal.
Oh, my God.
Not that I would want to do this, but if I looked at your penis and balls, would it look like penis and balls?
You need an electron microscope and red dye.
Why? I mean, because of the shooting.
Well, put it this way. The angle is not at the proper dangle.
No kidding.
Yeah. No, you suffer damage. Remember, hollow point bullets, Howard. It's not just getting shot with bullets.
They spread.
They shred you. They shred your insides. Oh. You're never the same. You're never the same. You're never the same. That's why.
And you're not kidding when you say sex is not as easy for you because your penis isn't the same.
Just sitting on the porcelain palace, just doing what we all normally do is so excruciatingly painful.
This would be the major focus of my life. Like
You'd never be able to work past that.
No, I wouldn't. I would be so bitter and angry that I don't even think I could function.
But does the little blue pill help?
Oh,
nothing.
Viagra?
No.
Nothing.
Now,
but you have a kid, right? You have a kid.
Oh, yeah, I have little Anthony Chester.
So you were able to procreate.
You find a will, there's a way. A will and there's a way.
Seriously, no joking. I mean, that's horrible.
It is, but I'll tell you this much. Being in the back of that cab, getting shot over and over again, knowing that the driver, obviously was in on the plot, which I was oblivious to, and then you get out of there after they've already sawed off the handles. I was able to jump out a window.
It's a miracle.
And then survive that. So, I'm truly blessed.
I can't imagine what that was like for you. Listen, you got to check out Curtis Sliwa's Morning Drive Show beginning this Monday morning from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the Apple, 970 a.m. in New York. He's out there doing it. I'm glad you're doing it. As a fellow broadcaster, I love your honesty.
Can I give props to Howard?
Certainly.
Right at that time when 𝗦𝗵cie took over, WABC would not release me. I was going to be doing WOR's morning show. WABC had a no-compete, and they said, we don't care. You ain't going nowhere, even if you're broadcasting 2 in the morning. Do you know he did an intervention for me? He was my wartime and peacetime consigliere.
Really?
He spent a long time calming me down, because you know how hostile I get.
Yeah.
He says, you'll go to court, and they will bankrupt you. You'll win the war, but you will lose so many battles, it won't be worth it. And I took your advice, Howard. Thank you. You were the only one to reach out to me.
Well, I felt bad for what happened to you, and it was genuine.
He's had a lot of...
I've had a lot of experience in this area, and listen, I'm just glad it worked out for you.
Yes.
You're a good guy. You're a good soul, and you've given a lot to this community.
There's something you haven't said about Curtis. He has a sister who was one of the oldest women ever to conceive and give birth.
Is that right?
Oh, she's a homeopathic, holistic practitioner. She actually got my legs back because I had no feeling in my legs. So through shiatsu, reflexology, right in Bellevue Hospital. And then at 57, she said, there's one thing I want in life, a child. And she is now America's oldest woman to have brought twins into the world.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Alita St. James.
Is she exhausted?
Let me tell you something. She has been to hell and back again. But she even told me the other night, she said, look, it's the greatest thing I've ever done. I wanted this experience. And I got to tell you, she went through so much pain and suffering. But she's got 2 beautiful children.
Will you send your child, your son, to an all-black school?
Absolutely.
You will?
In fact, I take them on the subways. Every Sunday that I'm in the city, that I'm not traveling on behalf of the Guardian Angels, we ride the trains. New York Times did a great piece on it.
Robin, call social services immediately.
That's how he learned the alphabet, and that's how he learned numbers.
Wow.
It's too crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't know if I could handle that.
Listen, I love this city.
Keeps taking me on these crazy, scary trains.
My dad's scared. You know, I'd rather go on the scariest ride at Disneyland. That's wild stuff.
Space Mountain is nothing.
How many muggings do you think you've stopped in your life?
Oh, hundreds.
Hundreds. Personally.
Yeah. Well, myself and with groups of Guardian Angels.
Wow.
And oftentimes, just a quick eye fornication will freeze these enemies of society, these cretins with chromosome damage right in their tracks.
You're a
Show
brave
no
man.
weakness, is that what you're saying? Show no weakness.
And even though with the radio success and everything else, you're still doing that. You go out every once in a while.
I love to thump thugs.
You just still do it. And even after you've been shot and you have all these problems down there.
Listen, I have so much aggression. Forget anger management. That Sean Puff Daddy Combs 1 hour anger. My anger management, show me a thug out there who just abused a woman, who snatched a pocketbook, who took advantage of somebody whose paycheck they took, who had basically they don't get to live if they don't pay their bills. And I get so much joy, so much nachas out of thumping those thugs.
At what age will your son stop? Has he stopped a mugging yet?
No, not yet.
What are we going to get?
He's got to get the Guardian Angel jacket, though.
It's time.
It's time. How old is he now again?
He's 6.
This is it. This is when he's got to get in there.
He's got to man up, soldier up.
That's right. Well, listen, check out Curtis Sliwa's Morning Drive Show beginning this Monday morning from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the Apple 970 a.m. in New York. And for more information, you can always attend CurtisSliwa.com. There's always action going on there.
Oh,
all kinds of things.
Check out those videos.
That's right.
And by the way, I'm feeling the love now, Robin. It's a little ice breaking.
She didn't have a problem with you. She's a sucker for a man in beret.
Well, what is that?
By the way, I saw Curtis the other day at the Knick game, and that beret sticks out. You see Curtis. I waved to you. You didn't see me.
You're surrounded by all your sycophants, Tony Silaki. See, you had the biggest entourage of anyone there.
One person, my wife.
Oh, come on. During the breaks, the crowd was surging around.
Those were just fans.
Yeah, Baba Booey every 5 seconds over the intercom.
There was a lot of Baba Booey going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was very exciting. All right, listen. You've said enough. You probably, as I always say, have said too much.
Too much.
That's right. By the way, those people around me at the Knick game were muggers. I thought you would jump in, but you just sat there like a lox. All right, listen, Curtis Sliwa, good luck. And also, for more about Curtis, CurtisSliwa.com. Thanks, Curtis, for coming by, and good luck with the radio show, and I'm glad you're feeling okay.
Time to thump Imus.
He's oxygen free.
Go ahead. New Mexico.
Let's see you do it. When's it going to? I mean, I don't think it'll take you long.
You're talking about on the radio.
No,
somewhere.
If I rob one of those oxygen bottles, right?
Yeah.
And it's just air in there, he won't even make it through the show.
We'll be back right after these words.
Curtis, how'd it go there today?
Oh, it was great. It was a love fest. At first, I got the cold shoulder from Robin.
What was going on?
Oh, man, I felt the SWA, the Sister with Attitude, was giving me major attitude with a capital A, but that melted down that iceberg.